You say to someone who says their sport utility is better than Jeep Grand Cherokee?
How's your headache?
Right now, you can lease one for just $269 a month. Say, George, what do you think of a deal like that?
But in a lifetime, if you have 3 or 4, you're very, very lucky.
Yeah, the Jeep summer clearance of the decade at your California Jeep and Eagle dealers. Who else?
Don't miss Coca-Cola Backpack Day for kids 14 and younger. For tickets, call 29 Padres or stop by the stadium, Gate C. The new Padres, we want you back.
Now, this is how people organized their finances back when Great Western Bank got started. Well, today, all you need is a Great Western checking account. You can direct deposit your paycheck, pay your mortgage, take care of your car payment, all automatically. If you want the best way to get organized, ask the folks who've been working on it for 100 years.
Only one news team in San Diego brings you more news than anyone else. News 8. That's our commitment to you, and we take it one step further. In every story, the determination to make it count. In each image, the struggle to find just the right angle. In every newscast, the energy and focus of the most experienced news people in town. Behind it all, one news team, one step further. News 8.
San Diego Padres Baseball is brought to you in part by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. By Jack in the Box Restaurants. Watch out, Mac. Jack's back. By Staples, over 5,000 office products at the guaranteed low price. Staples, the office superstore. By cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft, making the world a very cool place. And by Great Western Bank.
We are here at Shea Stadium, a very warm, pleasant evening. The wind is out a little bit right now, and we're going to see our national anthem coming up in just a moment. But before we do, we'll remind you that it'll be Dave Malicki on the mound for New York. And for the Padres, Joey Hamilton. And now Vinny Tallarico will approach the microphone. And in just a moment, our national anthem. You know, we're having an audio problem, folks, here. He is singing, but nothing is coming through. There we go.
For the red ones we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, in the home of the brave.
So Shea Stadium gets its audio straightened out. We hear the national anthem, and now let's bring in Bob Chandler with tonight's starting lineups and all the pregame activity.
Okay, Jerry, the Padres 3 wins, 3 losses on this East Coast road trip, 4 games left, and here's the lineup that Bruce Bochy has selected for game 1 of this 4-game series. It'll be Steve Finley, now leading the league in runs scored with 88. He'll bat in the leadoff spot in center field. Pip Roberts, who's been red hot since returning to the starting lineup, he'll start in left field tonight. Tony Gwynn continues to lead the league in hitting at .357. He'll bat third in right field. Ken Caminiti is the Padre cleanup hitter at third base. Batting fifth for San Diego, getting a start at first base, Scott Livingstone. Scott batting .342. That's why he's starting. Brad Ausmus will hit sixth and do the catching this evening. Jody Reed is back in the starting lineup at second base. Andy Arcedeno riding a 9-game hitting streak that matches his career high. He'll bat eighth at shortstop. And the Padres starting pitcher is right-hander Joey Hamilton. Here is the way the New York Mets will line up defensively. It is Rico Brogna at first base, Jeff Kent at second, Jose Vizcaíno at short, and Butch Husky at third. The outfield has Ryan Thompson in left, Damon Buford in center, Carl Everett in right. The catcher is Kelly Stinnett, and on the mound, right-hander Dave Malicki. Here are the umpires and their assignments for the game. Bob Davidson will call the balls and strikes. Bill Hahn at first base, Steve Ripley at second, and a newcomer to this umpiring crew, Jerry Meals, will umpire at third base. So Bobby Wine, representing the New York Mets, bringing out the lineup card to home plate. Bruce Bochy bringing it out for San Diego as the Padres hope to do well in this series before heading home to host these same three teams, the Montreal Expos, Philadelphia Phillies, and New York Mets in San Diego. And so as the Padres and Mets get set to start this series, let's take a look at the standings in the National League West. Dodgers are on top. They just swept the Montreal Expos, and so they have a 1.5-game lead over the Colorado Rockies. The Padres 4 games out, and San Francisco 8.5 out. But you know, the Padres are not only in the hunt for the National League West, they're also in the hunt for the wild card. And right now, Colorado and Houston are tied for the best runner-up record. Philadelphia is just a 1.5 games back of the two teams. The Cubs are 2 out, and the Padres 2.5. So pretty bunch for San Diego, both the wild card race and the race for the top spot in the National League West. Well, as Bruce Bochy gets ready to send his leadoff hitter out, we'll remind you that we will be picking the Staples Star of the Game at the end of the contest, and Staples will donate $100 to one of our local elementary schools in honor of the player who will be named the Staples Star of the Game. Dallas Green with a team that is headed for youth. Boy, the Mets, a different ball club from the one we saw the last time the Padres played in New York. Brett Saberhagen, the best starting pitcher, gone to the Colorado Rockies. Bobby Bonilla, who provided most of the power on the team, gone to the Baltimore Orioles. Brett Butler, the leadoff hitter and center fielder, gone back to the Los Angeles Dodgers. And what a difference a few months make when the New York Mets acquired Brett Butler as a free agent in the offseason. They were talking pennant. They were talking winning the National League East, or at least a wild card. They aren't talking that way anymore. It is now a rebuilding project here in New York. A lot of young pitchers, a lot of young players, but they are very optimistic about the future of this New York Mets team. It's 27-year-old right-hander Dave Malicki who is going to get the start today for New York. Malicki opened the season as a starter, went to the bullpen, and now back in as a starter. This is start number 18 for him, and his last start was perhaps his best. He beat the Dodgers 2-1, giving up no earned runs, just 1 run in all on 5 hits in 7 1/3 innings, and that was last Saturday. So Malicki throwing the ball well. We haven't seen him before, but we are told he has a very good fastball and a good curveball. So it is Malicki for the Mets in the opening game of this series. And this is a New York Mets team that has been playing extremely well. They swept the Los Angeles Dodgers 3 in a row to start this homestand for New York. They've won 5 of their last 7 overall. They are 11-5 in their last 16 ball games. Since the All-Star break, they have a winning record, 21 wins, 18 losses. So despite the fact this is a very young New York Mets team, it is not a team to be taken lightly. In Denver, Colorado tonight, the Rockies were trailing the Pittsburgh Pirates 6-1. Now in the 7th inning, the Rockies have pulled ahead and lead 8-6. And so we'll remind you to stay with us for all the baseball scores from around both the American and the National Leagues on the Star 100.7 scoreboard update, which will be coming up a couple of times during this ball game today. Steve Finley is set to lead it off for San Diego. Dave Malicki ready to go for the Mets, and Jerry Coleman ready to go with the broadcast.
Okay, Dave Malicki coming on. As you see, the right-hander, 26 years old, from Cleveland, Ohio. Makes his home now in Phoenix. Right in there, a strike to the lead batter, Steve Finley. Incidentally, Malicki has been in the big leagues a couple of times. Had 2 cracks with the Indians and didn't make it. Last year with Charlotte was 6-10. This year, 6-6 with the Mets. Well, that's what happens when you get kids and they learn how to play. They do it in a hurry. Big curveball in there, strike 1.
I wonder if he wishes he was back with the Indians right now.
Well, I would think so with that team. No ball, 2-strike pitch coming up. Butch Husky down at third base. Jose Vizcaíno at shortstop. Jeff Kent at second. Rico Bronya at first. The catcher, Kelly Stinnett. 1-2 pitch. Up and in, but missed. Outfield left to right. Ryan Thompson, Jose. Let's see who we got center field out there. I got a new guy by the name of, don't tell me it is, Damon Buford. 3-2 the count. And in right field, Carl Everett.
Understandable, you wouldn't be sure. They have a whole lot of new players on this roster.
Well, they got him straight away now as Finley waits. Hits one on the ground to the shortstop. Vizcaíno moves to his left, makes the play to first. In time, 1 away. So there's 1 up, 1 down, and Pip Roberts comes on. Incidentally, the top 3 batters for the Padres. Boy, if you're hitting 4th and 5th, you love this. Finley came in at 315, Roberts at 324, Gwynn at 357. They get on a lot. Gwynn, the last time I looked, although he may have dropped out, had a percentage of on base of 400. That means every 10 trips he gets on base 4 times. That's a lot. Ground ball to second. Backhanded nicely by Kent. 2 down. Play goes 4-3. Here's Tony Gwynn coming on, and for the first time, I guess you'd call it a mild slump. Tony literally went 1 for 13 in Philadelphia against the pitching staff that everybody says you can hit the tar out of. He had trouble. Sometimes it happens.
1 hit was a rather significant one, though.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That was. The Grand Slammer. I waited for you to say it. You know, I wanted you to get in there with that. Won the game. Won the middle game. Well, Tony's back on the beam again. Line single to center field. Run at first, 2 out. Tony came in with that 357 batting average, the 8 home runs. The 8th one was the one that he enjoys most. Grand Slam home run that put him into a new plateau in RBI, 73.
No, Jerry, you don't hear much talk about Tony Gwynn in the running to be the most valuable player in the National League this year, but I think you can make a pretty good case for Tony. Having his best RBI year, on a pace to knock in over 100. Certainly providing more leadership this year than he ever has before. Leading both leagues in hitting, playing good defense in right field.
Ken Caminiti, 282. Curveball inside. Well, Tony's been my MVP every year for the last 13 years, if you want to know the truth of it. He is in a class by himself. Look at that foot he's got, the right foot. That's because of that broken toe, playing hurt. Plays anyway, has it taped right to his ankle. Boy, I'll tell you, he is a special person. I hope you folks appreciate him, because in baseball, he's one of the icons. 2 people, when we get off the bus, they look for. Tony, of course, obviously one of them. And the other guy's Fernando. Ever notice when Fernando comes or goes on the bus, he trails about 15 people?
And especially here in New York.
2 balls, no strikes. Malicki fighting a little bit. Hard shot down to first base, side base hit. I'll say one thing. Finley, Roberts, Gwynn, and now Caminiti have all hit the ball hard. He has not fooled anybody so far, and he's been touched up. A couple of base hits, runners at first and second. That'll bring up maybe the hottest hitter currently of the entire Padre club, Scott Livingstone.
You know, that was a pretty good pick play by Tony Gwynn there, where he was. The first baseman, Rico Bronya, was not able to move toward that ball. Don't know whether he had a chance anyway, but the ball is shot past Tony into right field, and Bronya had no chance.
Scott Livingstone, red hot as a hitter. Let's see what he can do right now. Runners at first and second. Strike 1. Dodgers nothing, Phillies nothing. Phillies batting bottom of the first inning. Giants and Montreal scoreless. Giants batting top of the first. just getting off the ground in Montreal. Those are 2 key games, along with that Pittsburgh, Colorado game. Strike 2. As Bob told you, Rockies 8, Bucks 6, Pittsburgh batting in the top of the 8th inning in Colorado. See where our friend Mr. Vinny Castilla got another home run yesterday. It'd be funny if he led the league in hitting, in home runs. 2-strike pitch. There go the runners, and no chance. And Caminiti didn't go. Tony took off. So runners at first and third now. Give a stolen base to Tony, his 10th.
Another heads-up play by Tony Gwynn. You don't steal third in this spot unless you're 100% sure you're going to make it. And Tony just read Malicki, who was not checking him, and easily stole third. With a left-handed batter up, you're just a dead duck at third if you don't have the base stolen when you start running.
Well, Caminiti started, but didn't pick up on it. All right, here's Livingstone. On the ground to first, grabbed by the first baseman, Rico Bronya, and they're 3 down. So the Padres leave 2, and after a half inning of play, San Diego nothing. Here come the Mets.
Sports Chalet presents Way Inside Sports.
Jimmy, the sports guy here, reporting on a secret to Rookie of the Year, Marshall Faulk's speed. Is it this blue no, that's an umbrella. Is it the hypnotic ball flipping ritual of his training guru? Is it the stability spat strap on his air turmoil mids? Is it his intense concentration that makes him oblivious to the fact that I'm right beneath him? I could just ask him, like, hey, where'd he go? Jeez, he is fast.
Here's the pitch. Ball strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count.
Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. The cold one.
Bransky set. Here's the payoff pitch.
You know the beer. You know the taste. With Miller Genuine Draft, the world's a very cool place.
The 95 Accord LX was named the best overall value in its class. You played it cool. Once again in 95, more people chose the Accord over any other car. You bided your time. Then came the Honda 95 clearance lease for just $189 a month for 24 months. Very intelligent. Timing is everything at your Honda dealer.
Now let's take a look at Dallas Green and his starting lineup for the New York Mets. It's Damon Buford in center field and Jose Vizcaino at shortstop. Carl Everett in right and Jeff Kent at second base. Rico Bronya at first, Ryan Thompson in left, Butch Husky at third, Kelly Stinnett catching, and Dave Malicki pitching. Padres defensively in the infield with Livingstone, Reed, Cedeno, and Caminiti. The outfield of Roberts, Finley, and Gwynn. The catcher is Brad Ausmus. And on the mound, 24-year-old Joey Hamilton.
And there's Joey Hamilton going for win number 7, going up against Damon Buford. He was part of the Bobby Bonilla deal in the Baltimore trade. Just came up from the minor leagues not too long ago. Ball 1, strike 1. Joey Hamilton. 2 balls and a strike. Damon Buford not off to a rousing start. 200, 1 home run, 3 RBIs, but just getting off the ground up from the minor leagues and pops this one up. Caminiti, Ausmus, Caminiti, and takes it. Good play by Brad Ausmus to stay out of the way. Going toward the field to try to catch that pop-up is tough. For the guy coming in, it's a piece of cake. 1 down.
Jerry, that's kind of another step forward for Brad Ausmus. Remember, especially his rookie year and sometimes last year, he would go after everything in the infield, and sometimes he really would get in the way.
Well, you're right. It takes a little experience to play this game, and sometimes it takes 4 or 5 years before you put it all together. Jose Vizcaino, veteran shortstop, 278, 3 homers, 45 RBIs, and takes high. Was going to dump one, but didn't. Bob Davidson behind the plate. He's a senior man of this group and the umpire in chief. Bill Hahn at first, Steve Ripley at second, and a brand new umpire third, Jerry Meals. 2 balls, no strikes. You know, the umpires get, what, 3 different periods. They get a week off and 3 different times during the season. And they bring young umpires up from the minor leagues. And Meals is one of those getting his chance. 3-0.
After the dispute of the 9th inning of the game here yesterday between the Mets and the Giants and the umpires, the Mets are hoping they'd take the rest of the year off.
Well, to bring up the date on that, a ball was hit by Chris Jones, hit the foul pole for a home run, and they called it foul. As a ground ball is short. Oh, came up on him, and he lost it for an error. Well, there's a runner at first base, 1 down. The ball yesterday, it was hit in the 9th inning, literally tied up the ball game, was disallowed by the umpires.
Ground ball. You don't see Andahar do this too often, but he just flat out booted it.
Runner at first, 1 down. The batter now, Carl Everett. New player. Boy, they're all over the place. Carl Everett. Right down the middle for a strike. He came up from Norfolk on July the 24th, which is a AAA ball club. It used to be Tidewater. Now they call it Norfolk. No balls and a strike. Checked and nope. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count. Carl Everett, 241, 9 homers, 24 RBIs, and a couple of saves with the Mets. He's been up and down. 1-1 pitch. Chopper. Cody Reed, nice play on a bad hop over the first with a relay by Cedeno. Get the double play. That was a tough play by Reed. Made a good one out of it. So it goes 4-6-3, and it's 3 down here in the bottom of the first. I don't think Joey Hamilton does know it. He waved Reed on that one. After 1, Padres nothing, Mets nothing.
Yes?
It's Jack. I want to talk to the Colonel, founder to founder.
The Colonel doesn't want to see you.
He's upset about my spicy crispy chicken sandwich, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty teed off.
I thought he'd appreciate a really spicy, really crispy chicken sandwich. There's nothing else like it.
He says go and never come back.
Huh?
And leave the sandwich.
Hope you enjoy it. Psych.
The heat is on. It's the Lincoln Mercury Clearance Countdown at your San Diego County Lincoln Mercury dealer. Now get the one and only Mercury Villager with $1,000 cash back and an additional $500 for current Mercury owners. Mercury Villager, the minivan that drives like a car and has a versatile sliding rear seat for 13 different seating and cargo configurations. Now with up to $1,500 in total savings. Get one while the deals are hot. See your San Diego County Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Kiss the frog, baby.
This is the WB.
Hello, my baby.
The WB.
Kiss the frog, baby.
Well, hello, my baby.
WB.
Ooh, baby.
Kiss the frog, baby.
Do you realize a week from Saturday is September 2nd? Phillies will be in San Diego for a 12:35 game, and it's Padres Backpack Day. Compliments of our friends at Coca-Cola. All kids 14 and under receive this specially designed Navy backpack, and they can take it home. Need tickets? Go to any Ticketmaster location, go by the stadium, Gate C, or call 283-4494.
All right, here's Dave Malicki firing away to Brad Osmus on a check swing called a strike. Bradley red hot in that Philly series, had a big series. In fact, in last night's ball game, Osmus went to 3 for 3 with 2 walks, was on 5 times. Strike 2. Brad batting at .298, 2 homers, 24 RBIs. Just missed. You know, Osmus hasn't hit consecutively, but he's hit in 15 of his last 17 games, which is all right. That's why his average is up around 300. Base hit here will put it at 300. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No score in the game. We're in the 2nd inning. Osmus, Reed, and Cedeno, the first 3 batters. They'll be followed by Joey Hamilton. Popped up. Bronya got the ball, 1 down.
Well, this is the first time the Padre hitters have ever seen Dave Malecki, and it figures to take him a couple innings, maybe look at some pitches and find out what his fastball does, what his breaking ball looks like. I know Tony Gwynn feels he has a better chance against a veteran pitcher who's good that he's seen than a youngster where he doesn't know what his ball does.
It makes sense, no question about it. Jody Reed up for the first time. 256, a home run, 26 RBIs. Loops went to second. Maybe a play out toward right center field. Going for it is Kent. He's got it. So Malecki right now having an easy 2nd inning. On about 5 pitches, had 2 outs.
Well, we are back on TV Saturday. We hope you join us. The KFMB Sports Network will bring you the Padres and the New York Mets. It'll be game 3 of this 4-game series. Starts at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on KFMB Channel 8, the official home of the Padres.
Here's Andujar Cedeno as we look at Steve Finley and Ken Caminiti, 2 of the Houston tradies. How is that? Tradies? Was that a good way to define it? Oh, well, you know.
Well,
it's just a new name we came up with these guys. Strike 1 on Andujar. He's hitting 10 of his last 11 games. He has been hot and doing quite a job. Andujar 228, 6 homers, 31 RBIs. 1 ball, 1 strike. A tradie. I like that. Like an employee.
Well, he's both.
Yeah. The 1-1 pitch. Two balls and a strike today in the local paper. There was a big headline on the sports page that they're dead. Talking about the Yankees.
Talking about your old club.
Oh, yeah. 2-1 pitch, and they're probably right. 2-2 the count. But, I mean, I love the way they do it. They're dead. And we're going to do a little station break on that one. 5 seconds on the KFMB TV8 Sports Network.
You're watching Padres baseball on KTTY Channel 69 San Diego.
Andujar, even up in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Infield to the left side, outfield swings right. Little breeze blowing out toward that right center area. Ooh, on the fist. Not a very good throw by Malecki. They're going to have him shape that up a little bit. The play goes 1-3. 3 up, 3 down after 1.5. Padres nothing. Mets nothing.
Now, this is how people organized their finances back when Great Western Bank got started. Well, today, all you need is a Great Western checking account. You can direct deposit your paycheck, pay your mortgage, take care of your car payment, all automatically. If you want the best way to get organized, ask the folks who've been working on it for 100 years.
Take I-5 or 805 to the Mile of Cars. Over 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Webster Pontiac on the Mile of Cars has been your Pontiac headquarters for over 35 years. Right now, choose from over 50 brand new Pontiac Grand Ams at special low prices. 150 horses, anti-lock brakes, driver airbag, and much more. So hop on down to Webster today.
We'll drive you uppy, mate.
Everybody's coming to the mile. Get on down to the Mile of Cars in National City and get into a Webster Pontiac.
Filtered Miller Genuine Draft. The cold one. You know the beer. You know the taste. With Miller Genuine Draft, the world's a very cool place.
No one interviews more stars. Entertainment Tonight. No one is show busier.
Weeknights at 7 on Channel 8.
On to the second inning for the Mets. Jeff Kent, Rico Brogna, Ryan Thompson coming on against Joey Hamilton. No scores yet. Second at bat for New York. Kent batting .262, 13 home runs and 40 RBIs. No balls, 2 strikes. Well, we got a break tonight. The planes are going the other way. They're landing just off the field. When they take off just over the field, deafening sound. It seems forever, but now they're coming in and nice and quiet evening.
And really pleasant weather-wise. Humidity is way down.
Inside 1-2, Joe McIlvaine said, how's everything in San Diego? I said, well, the weather is better there than it is here. He said, it can't be. This is the best we've had all summer. And he's right. It's been great. Whoa, did he pull him off? No. Nice stretch. Nice stretch. Scott Livingstone does it again. Play goes 6-3.
Well, a lot of times you get a first baseman who doesn't play that much on the bag, and they stretch too soon on a throw like that, and it takes him out of the play. But Livingstone handled that very nicely.
He's done a great job at first base overall, both defensively and offensively. Here's Rico Brogna. He's got 14 home runs, 51 RBIs, and a .292 batting average. Ball 1.
Well, there aren't very many familiar names on this club that the Mets are counting on for the future, but Brogna is one of them.
He is the guy. He chased Diego Segui off to, David Segui off to Montreal. And I don't know if they'd like to maybe redo that one.
Well, David Segui having a terrific time in Montreal. Brogna, though, still has more power, and I guess that's what they were looking for.
Considerably more. Well, at first base, you're going to have power. How old was he? About 17, would you say? 14? Boy, are they young. Look at them. Here's Ryan Thompson stepping in. 276 homers, 21 RBIs. 2 out, nobody on. Hamilton in charge right now. Big fly ball right field. Routine out. Tony Gwynn has it, and that's it. Oh, 3 up and 3 down, second inning. After 2 full. Mets nothing, Padres nothing.
We're playing here in Boston, and we have runner at first base. His name is Julio Gotay. And Louis Aparicio knows that he believes in voodoo and he's really superstitious. So he takes 2 tongue depressors and he takes them, puts a big cross on second base. And Julio Gotay goes into second base and he will not touch second base. And he makes the out. A brilliant thought process in that respect.
Ready for the new menu, Chief?
Hold my calls. Let her rip.
Presenting the over a buck menu.
It's supposed to be under a buck.
You know, it said under a buck in your memo, but I figured it was a typo. Because I looked at all that great stuff on the menu and thought, no way that's under a buck. Kooky misunderstanding.
Fix it.
For 20 years, we've sold more Mercedes than anyone else in San Diego. So when people ask me how we can make such great deals, the answer is really pretty simple. Volume.
Barbecues galore, more styles, brands, and accessories at the lowest prices guaranteed. Barbecues galore, America's superstore for barbecues and more.
Need news in the afternoon? Of course you do, and you might as well watch the best. It's News 8 at 4, a complete hour of San Diego news, health reports, tips from Consumer Bob. Watch News 8 at 4 with Sandra Moss and Susan Peters on KFMB Channel 8.
Joey Hamilton. Right down the middle, strike 1, batting .115. No homers, 3 RBIs. Pittsburgh batting in the top of the 9th inning, trailing the Rockies 8-6. They got 3 more outs to try to turn it around. In that ballpark, you can do it in a hurry.
Pirates had a 6-1 lead early in that ball game.
Giants 2-1 over Montreal, first inning. Second inning, Dodgers 1, Phillies 1. Phillies batting bottom of the 2nd. And right here, no score. We're in the 3rd. A ball and 2 strikes. This young Mr. Dave Malicki, his last 3 or 4 starts, he has kept his ERA under 2. He's been outstanding. There's a high pop up. And let's see. I don't know if we're going to have a play. No. Although I will say in the first inning, Finley, Roberts, Gwynn, and Caminiti all hit the ball hard, as did the final hitter, Livingstone. But there are a couple of base hits in there and no runs. David Malicki, 26-year-old right-hander. Cup of coffee with the Indians in '92, again in '93. Big curve. That looks like one of his money pitches, Bob. That big overhand deuce. You don't see that very often. Old Bert Blyleven used to have one of those.
And you combine that with a pretty lively fastball, which he's shown tonight, and you can see why he's pitching well.
Steve Finley comes up. Finley bounced out to short sharply in his first at-bat in the first inning, 0 for 1. Well, you talk about a ball club that is really redoing itself in almost every position. Hundley, their best catcher, has been out. He's not playing, disabled. Unfortunately, you're looking at the young man there by the name of Kelly Stinnett, getting his chance. Chopper going to be trouble for Kent's got to hurry, and does it by a long stride. 2 up and 2 down, 3rd inning.
I want to remind you again that the Padres and the Union Tribune are getting together to bring you a special offer every Friday through the middle of September. Collect 1 poster-sized player card every Friday for 12 weeks exclusively in the Union Trib, and you can look for the next poster of Padres catcher Brian Johnson in tomorrow morning's Union Tribune.
2 outs, nobody on. Here's Bip Roberts, bounced sharply to second in the first inning. Well, that story we told you about in the Daily News, they're dead. Talking about the Yankees, they're almost dead now because they came back and they lead Seattle 7-4 in the 4th inning. Almost dead, not completely. Down left field line, fair, extra bases. The Bipper rips around first and heads to second and stops there. So the Padres now with a scoring chance, and Tony Gwynn coming up, runner at second base, 2 down.
And the Bipper is now 6 for 12 since getting back into the starting lineup. I would say he's been a welcome addition. And Jerry, as Tony Gwynn comes up, let's watch the Bip get that double to left field. Fair by a few feet. We're fortunate old Tony is here today. He and our director-producer, Steve Silverman, who's celebrating his birthday, by the way, are on their way to the ballpark in a cab. And the cab has an axle that breaks on the road to the ballpark, and the cab starts swirling all around on Northern Boulevard. Tony and Steve got out and hailed another cab quickly.
You mean they left that poor guy there without helping him?
Oh, well, he was working on his axle.
I see. In there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. 2 out at second base. Tony Gwynn. Bip Roberts with Tony Gwynn batting. The 2nd inning in the first 3, the Padres have had a scoring chance. They had runners at first and third in the first inning, didn't get anybody in. Now they got a runner at second base and 2 out here in the 3rd. Grab by Bronya. The inning is over. So once again, the Padres come up short here in the 3rd. No score after 2.5. San Diego nothing. New York nothing.
Chevy Lumina sheds light on value Get a beautiful new Chevy Lumina with all these features priced at just $17,782. Wait, there's more. Just $17,782. And even more, still just $17,782. Lumina's hundreds less than Taurus, thousands less than Accord. And with a special shipment of 1,000 loaded Luminas, you've got a great selection. Chevy Lumina. It's a bright idea. Just $17,782 now at your Chevy Geo dealer.
Oh, she's got to notice me when she comes by. I mean, look at me. What's not to notice? I'm here. I tell you, if you want to feel good, you got to look good. And if I'm going to run good, I got to feel good. Look at me. I'm designed for a high-octane gas. I love it. That's what I need, this Chevron Supreme with Tech Run. I mean, it makes me run like a champ. It's all good stuff. I mean, it's mind-boggling.
No premium outperforms new Chevron Supreme with Tech Run. Chevron, simply smarter.
I mean, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I feel stupendous.
It's brake exhaust suspension time at your participating Midas dealer. That means big savings. This month, get $10 off any Midas guaranteed service. That's right. Come in now for $10 off. The Midas way. The way it should be.
When it comes to sports, nobody does it better than News 8. Nobody. Just watch our lineup. Rick Powers, 10 years on the beat. He gets the interviews. He gets them first. Hank Bauer, NFL player, NFL coach. Hank gets the story. Hank gets involved. And finally, Ted Leitner. Nobody does it like Ted because nobody can. When you need to know the score, you need News 8 Sports because nobody does San Diego sports better. Nobody.
We are back here, bottom of the third inning, and here is one of those great names, Butch Husky. Up from Norfolk, where he was leading the International League in home runs and RBIs. Just up the other day. Strike. He had 28 home runs and 87 RBIs. Slugging percentage of .550, and that was only, I guess, into August 18th or so. Strike two. You never know, though, about those minor league averages until they come up and do it in the big leagues. Then you can tell whether or not they're going to make it, and sometimes it takes a while.
Well, Husky was a little too husky in spring training in 1994. They listed him at 244 pounds. He was closer to 270. They had to send him to a fat farm.
Whoops, did he get hit in the toe or what? It's like a Tony Gwynn pop right there. Oh, boy. Boy, he just had the foot knocked out from under him.
Well, let's take a look.
Couldn't tell. Did you see it?
Not sure. I think
hands are quicker than the eye,
yeah,
as they say in the old magic lingo.
Ball had a lot of movement to it, you know, and when he swung, it took a funny hop. I think it got him on the back foot.
Look at the size of those legs. They're as big as your chest, Robert, and mine too, put together.
Well, if he hits with the power the Mets hope that he will, they eventually might move him to the outfield. I'm told that third base might not be his best defensive position.
He's been all over the place. First base, third base, outfield. He's tried them all. And I'm not even sure if he is the best third baseman they've got on their roster. They got a kid by the name Edgardo Alfonso, who they say is going to be the future third baseman here. So Butch is going to stay in the game. Batting in the seventh spot, he'll be followed by Kelly Stennett and then Dave Malicki. He is big. Looped it in the air. Routine out. One down.
Boy, Husky was really limping as he trotted down to first base.
Looks like he took it just on the top part of that back foot, Bob. Even though he had all the protection in the front foot, he didn't have it on the back foot.
You just hardly ever see a major league hitter foul a ball off his back foot. But you can see the limp of Husky going to first. But that ball by Hamilton had so much movement that it just took that erratic hop.
Well, he's having a tough start, batting only 167 with a home run and 2 RBIs, getting off the ground rather rockily here with the Mets. Kelly Stennett now takes a breaking ball inside for ball one. Swings at a bad pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's what you love about young hitters. They don't know where the strike zone is. So just don't throw it over the plate. They'll swing at anything. I'm serious. The kids don't know how to, you know, protect themselves. Expos 3, Giants 2, second inning. Pittsburgh still batting in the 9th inning, trailing the Rockies 8-6. But with Colorado's bullpen, anything can happen. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2 the count. I can't recall a period in the East where we've had better weather. I hate to say it, even in Montreal, Philadelphia, New York so far, we have had a week of spectacular weather. No real problems. 3-2 the count.
Not even 1 drop of rain.
No, it's amazing. Just amazing. 3-2. Lost it. So Kelly Stennett will set up a bunt for Dave Malecki.
I want to remind you about tonight on Channel 8. You can get up close to the hottest news stories in the country on Eye to Eye. Then go behind the scenes with Dan Rather on 48 Hours. It all starts at 9 on Channel 8, right after Murder, She Wrote.
Well, Scott Livingstone in to talk to Joey Hamilton, maybe saying, I'm going to play behind him, or what are they talking? No, he's on the bag. Sometimes they'll go in and remind him, I'm not going to be on the bag. Don't throw the ball over there.
Stennett has 2 stolen bases, has not been caught. But you don't know whether they were the back ends of double steals or exactly what happened.
Well, Dave Malecki up there. Let's see if he can bunt. Took a strike. Malecki in the sacrifice department has done it well. 5 so far this year. It's not bad. Of course, the top dog in the field is Andy Ashby with 10. 3rd in the league. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1-1 the count.
Apparently Dallas Green is one of those managers who likes to use the sacrifice bunt a lot. Jose Vizcaíno, his number 2 hitter, is 2nd in the league with 12 sacrifice bunts.
Turned out to be a pretty good one. I don't know what happened to Joey Hamilton. He's flat on his backside out. I think he went for it and fell down. He's okay apparently because he's flat. He was rolling in the dirt out there, and I thought maybe he hurt himself.
Well, let's see if we have it on the replay. Take a step and whoa! It's like somebody had a wire across there.
Oh yes, thunder.
You don't think you'll hear about that from his teammates, do you?
Yes. Yes, I do. I certainly do. Sacrifice is good, though. They had to save that for this. They had to save this for this week in baseball. All right, the lead batter steps in there. Right-hand hitting, Damon Buford. Strike 1. 3rd inning. No score. Mets from their first threat of the game. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, Damon, the son of Don Buford, who had a rather good major league career.
You know, I scouted him when he was at USC, and he was a football player. He didn't play much, so nobody signed him. But somebody signed him and became a big league ball player with the Baltimore Orioles, and a good one.
He was a quarterback, I think.
Yeah, that's why they fired me. Can't find ball players, we don't want you. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. A ball and 2 strikes. He was a backup player on the national champions of 1958 USC with Ron Fairley and that group. Had a great team. And his dad just kind of went unnoticed. Nobody signed him. And then he finally caught on with somebody, ended up with the Birds. He had a good career. I think he's still there, if I'm not mistaken. He's a coach somewhere in the big leagues.
He was a center fielder. He could run.
Damon Buford. Got him. Boy, you talk about a good fastball. That's it. Ted will be along in the 4th inning, and after 3 innings of play, it's scoreless. Mets nothing, Padres nothing.
Miller Genuine Draft. The original cold filtered beer. As smooth as they come, and as pure as it gets. Miller Genuine Draft. And those who've discovered its smooth draft taste, making Southern California a very cool place.
My wife likes to hide a little extra money around the house because she knows we'll need it. Now, you know there's a better way. A Great Western Bank money market account. The more you put in, the higher interest you get. And you can take your money out any time. There's no penalty. Well, she's going to say, why didn't you tell me sooner? And I'm going to say, honey, you never asked.
The heat is on. It's the Lincoln Mercury Clearance Countdown at your San Diego County Lincoln Mercury dealer. Now, get a Lincoln Mark 8 specially priced for California at just $34,965, including standard features you don't get on Eldorado or the Lexus SC400, like a JBL sound system with a 10-disc CD changer and more. The Lincoln Mark 8, specially priced for California. Get one while the deals are hot. The heat is... See your San Diego County Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Before it's all over the papers, before it's all over TV.
Before it's news, it's hard copy.
Always a headline ahead. Weeknights at 7:30 on Channel 8.
Hey, like to take a picture of your favorite Padre player or coach or manager? Well, you have a chance on Sunday, September 3rd. Padres in a 105 game against the Phillies, but from 11 to 12, you can go on the field, catch some players on film. Tickets available at Ticketmaster, Stadium Gate C, or by calling 283-4494. That's Sunday, September 3rd. And Bill Spires has taken over for Butch Husky at third base. So we saw Husky limping to first base when he hit that pop-up, and apparently that foot just too painful to continue in the game. No score as we continue in this game to the fourth inning. It's Ken Caminiti at the plate and Ted Leitner at the microphone.
Thank you, sir. I'll take that. I always go, and those lead-ins, you never know where they're going to go. Ball one to Caminiti. I thought you were going to say, and speaking of painful, here's Teddy. But you took the high road, as always. That's what you're known for, taking the high road.
It's early in the series.
That's right. Caminiti a single in the first. Hit that ball a ton. Dead center, but a big wind, and it'll be off the wall. If he'd pulled that ball and let the wind blowing out there at about 20 miles an hour to right, I think would have carried out of here. But the dead center, I really believe it held it up. Boy, did he smack that into a gale force. Single first, double leading off the fourth.
Well, you can't find a deeper spot in this ballpark to hit a ball. 410 feet to dead center. Good extension by Caminiti, and Buford raced back and then just got in position to play the carom and did a good job playing the carom, and that ball hit halfway up the wall.
Boy, 410 into a wind. And ball one is Livingstone. I mean, I don't know if you guys have mentioned, they've had brush fires, which is very unusual here because it rains a lot in the summer. But it's a high pressure area that will not move. And with this wind and the dryness and the low humidity, they got brush fires burning all over the metropolitan New York area. You can imagine what it's doing to traffic, too. Patches foul back. 1-1.
Well, I hadn't heard that. I mean, you get this condition sometimes with the Santa Ana and the San Diego area where you get brush fires up in the mountains and in the brush, but I don't associate that with New York very often. Different kinds of fires, maybe.
Oh, yeah, they had them all over the local news, all the live shots, big billowing smoke behind the reporters, traffic tied up on all those arteries that they call them here, roads, and the people in the rush hour. It was just ugly. Pitch is fouled back by Livingstone. A ball and 2 strikes. Rush hour. It's the tail end now. We're coming up on 8:30 here in the east. But there's always, just like LA, there's always traffic. I came in last night and got to Manhattan around 1:30 in the morning. Bumper to bumper around Times Square. 1-2. Grabbed by Malik. He's got to play a third. If he'd gone there, he would have easily had the runner. I mean, it wouldn't have been close. He decided not to do it. Padres catch a break because they got a runner at third and 1 out. That'll go 1-3, and Caminiti down to third base.
Yeah, I really thought that Ken had made a base running mistake there. Normally on a ground ball to the pitcher, you don't try to go. But Malicki didn't throw. Look, he has the ball, and he's only halfway to third.
Took a quick look and then just turned his back on him.
Wow.
See if they make him pay. It's a scoreless ball game for the moment. The infield is brought in to cut down this run in the 4th inning of a scoreless game. Ball 1.
Mets with a very young lineup, not scoring a lot of runs, facing pitcher Joey Hamilton, who so far has not allowed a hit So Dallas Green doesn't want to give up any run. He wants to make the Padres earn it.
Brad's had a nice little road trip, hitting the ball with authority, back up to 297. There's a strike. 1-1. In fact, the analysis of this ball game in the New York Daily News this afternoon, and I mentioned Joey Hamilton. I'm almost quoting here. Joey Hamilton has become one of the top young pitchers in baseball. So the reporters and the media feel the same way that Dallas Green does in terms of playing the infield in right here. Fastball 2-1. Yes, the Santa Ana Winds. I was thinking of Andy Van Slyke. Remember? Saw him last night in Philadelphia when he played for the Pirates against the Dodgers during the Santa Ana. A little pop-up becomes a home run to him, and he said, gee, how'd you get that out? Do you think it was going out? He said, no, the Sandinista Winds. They had those Sandinista Winds that took the ball.
Close enough.
Sandinista? That'll be close enough. Easily to score the run. So the error, mental type by the pitcher not going to third, and Ken Caminiti will make him pay as he comes home on the sac fly by Ausmus. 1-0 Padres. 2 gone. And we'll see Jody Reed. RBI for Ausmus. Did a nice job. See, he got that ball up into that wind. You can see how much further it carried on Everett. 25 RBIs for Brad Ausmus.
You know, you can see Brad Ausmus developing as a hitter. He waited for a pitch that he could drive to the outfield. With the infield playing in, he didn't want to hit it on the ground. Got that pitch and took advantage.
Reed missing, strike 1. Jordy popped to second in the second inning. Inside, 1-1. Hitting 256 now. Rockies have won, by the way, did you mention? That game ended a few minutes ago. 8-6 Rockies over Pittsburgh. They won yesterday. Dodgers won yesterday. Padres lost yesterday. 1-2. Can't get an extended winning streak when they get to within 2 and 3. That's the frustrating part. This team is teasing us. You too, huh? But at least they're in position to do some teasing, so it matters. I didn't miss by much. 2-2. Dodgers still 1-1 with the Phillies in the third in Philadelphia. Third base for the new guy Spires, who replaced Husky. Makes a nice throw. That's a run. On the lead double by Caminiti, the ground out got in the third. The sac fly by Ausmus brought him home after 3.5. Padres 1 and the Mets nothing.
First, there were 8 weeks. Plenty of time, you said. Then there were 5 weeks. No rush, you mused? Now there's less than 2 weeks. The Honda 95 clearance is almost over. Better hurry, you declared. The Honda 95 clearance, because timing is everything at your Honda dealer.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's that time of year again. They're going back! It's back to school time at Staples. Over 5,000 supplies at the guaranteed low price.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Staples. Yeah, we've got that.
When it broke, he didn't make her wait a week to look at it or give her the runaround about a missing part. He just fixed it right the first time and for a very reasonable price. And that's pretty much the way ASE certified technician Wes Schaefer and everyone at Pep Boys does business. For service and repairs the way you deserve it, day or night, even on Sundays, come to Pep Boys and drive away happy.
It's the Ross $14.99 Jeans Spectacular. Save 50 to 60% on a huge selection of name brand jeans.
We love it!
Jose Vizcaíno takes ball 1. We're underway with you in the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-3-4 batters. New York, New York. He came up 1-1.
Well, Vizcaína having a pretty good year, but we are told he likely will not be the shortstop next year for the Mets.
Down the line, that'll be foul. 1-2. I've not seen this new guy, but they rave. I mean, we've heard raves before, but they rave. They mentioned the name Ozzie Smith in the same breath.
Ray Ordonez, I believe, is
something like that. Ordonez or Ordonez, yeah. Well hit right field. Tony is with it. 1 away.
Well, he's a defector from Cuba, and they say he can play shortstop. 2 more games in this series will be televised from Shea Stadium. The game Saturday and Sunday. And the KFMB Sports Network will bring you the Saturday game starting at 4 o'clock on KFMB Channel 8, home of the Padres.
Now jot that down. Believe me, you have to, because there's 4 games and 4 different times, for heaven's sakes. There's Carl Everett, rookie outfielder. They like him a lot, too. Ball 1. Programs here, scorecards. This has really boosted scorecards, I'm sure, in terms of the sales here. You're going to get something as a vendor. Get scorecards. They're all new guys. Foul back, 1-1. I'll tell you who it's played, wreaked havoc with, is the promotion department. They had this video feature in between half innings, kind of a man on the street thing going through the ballpark asking people, who's your favorite Met? Good bunt. Caminiti, no throw. When he gets down like that on the grass and slows down, no third baseman, not even Brooks Robinson, makes that play. Everett grounded into a double play in the first, an infield single on the bunt in the 4th, and it'll be the second baseman, Jeff Kent. And these guys are saying, Rico Bronya, Brett Butler. Brett Butler is his favorite Met, which is terrific, except he's a Los Angeles Dodger. Then they had another video up there earlier in the game. Had a great shot of Brett Saberhagen. So it really has been tough for them to keep up with all the trades and so forth, and call-ups from AAA. Kent must seem like he's 50 years old, being around all these kids. Suddenly he's become a graybeard, long in the tooth. Ball 1. Even Ryan Thompson seems like he's been here forever, and all the other guys are kids.
They had high hopes for Ryan Thompson at one point, but they say that some of the other young outfielders in the system are starting to pass him by now, and he no longer is considered one of their bright future stars.
Runner going, swing, and a strong throw by Brad. A laser and out. Caught stealing, 2-4.
Good sinker by Joey Hamilton. Excellent throw. It means Jody Reed's waiting with the ball. Tagged him right on the spike.
So the Padres lead 1-0. Bases clear now with 2 out. Caminiti. That's it. Joey Hamilton breezing through here. The Mets have a hit, the bunt single. You just saw it in the 4th. Nobody left after 4. 1-0.
For a limited time, your Nissan dealers have some of the best values of the year on 95s, including 0-down leases. Lease Motor Trend's Import Car of the Year, the Maxima GXE, for 0 down payment, $299 a month for 36 months. And lease the Ultima GXE for 0 down payment, $249 a month for 36 months. All 95s must go, so get down to your local Nissan dealer before these great leases roll away. End September 5th.
Sports Chalet's huge end of summer sale is on now. Prices slashed on thousands of items in every department. Campers, all tents, sleeping bags, and frame packs are reduced 20%. All mountain bikes from famous makers like Bianchi, Scott, and Raleigh are marked down 20%. And save on shades. All sunglasses are reduced by 20%. So what are you waiting for? Just like summer, Sports Chalet's sale ends soon.
Yes?
It's Jack. I want to talk to the Colonel, founder to founder.
The Colonel doesn't want to see you.
He's upset about my spicy crispy chicken sandwich, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty teed off.
I thought he'd appreciate a really spicy, really crispy chicken sandwich. There's nothing else like it.
He says go and never come back.
Huh?
And leave the sandwich.
Hope you enjoy it. Psych.
Only one news team brings you more news than anyone else. One news team, one step further. News 8.
It's a beautiful night for a ball game, as the song says. It really is. Perfect. Low humidity, warm, breeze is blowing, cooling everybody down. It's on to Jarcedeño in the 8th spot, followed by Hamilton, and at the top of the order to Steve Finley. 1-0. My Padres. Foul back, strike one. Comebacker by Cedeno, handled by Malicki in the 2nd inning. Looks like he might be coming out of it offensively in the Philadelphia series. A little bit of Montreal, too. We'll see. 9-game hitting streak. 0-2. Pitchers they've never seen before, at least for the first 3 games. Sometimes that stymies the Padres, handcuffs them, frustrates them. We'll find out. This is no time for stymieing and frustration. Got to win. 1-2.
Yeah, maybe even the 4th game, too. Bobby Jones could start that game. The Padres have seen him before, but he's had a finger problem, and if he can't make it, Reed Cornelius will start the game. I haven't seen him.
2-2. Philadelphia's gone ahead of the Dodgers. They broke that 1-1 tie. 3-1 Phillies batting in the bottom of the 3rd. Dodgers a game and a half up on the Rockies, 4 on the Padres. It's like a roller coaster, man. Fasten your seatbelt. Fastball, strike 3 call. Padres 8.5. They go to 2. They go back to 3. They're at 4. They'll come up to 3-2. What a ride. What a ride.
So as Joey Hamlin heads to the plate, we'll remind you about some upcoming Padres promotions. On Saturday, September 2nd, Coca-Cola Backpack Day. Sunday, September 3rd, Player Photo Day and the Silver Bullets exhibition after the game. And September the 4th against the Mets, Banner Day.
Strike to Joey Hamilton. Struck out in the 3rd. Only strikeout for Malicki in the ball game until Cedeno just now. Curveball 1-1. Brad Ausmus with Bruce Bochy. One and 2.
Well, as a former vendor here at Shea Stadium, what do you think about the possibility of the Mets building a new stadium right next to this one?
Shea 2.
Shea 2.
Sounds like a French restaurant, doesn't it? Welcome to a Shea 2, table for 4. Fastball, strike 3 call. His 2nd and 3rd strikeouts, both looking here in the 5th. Getting Cedeno and Hamilton. Top of the order, Steve Finley. This is not a bad ballpark. I mean, you know, it's a baseball-only kind of a stadium. It's in pretty good shape. But stadiums produce revenue, obviously. This is not exactly the, small market like a Padres or Milwaukee Brewers needing a stadium. That's for sure. This place was opened in '64. I guess if they got the money. Shea 2. Finley takes a strike.
Jets used to play here, didn't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember Joe Namath, the wind swirling.
Yeah. Hadn't thought about that. And of course, the Yankees played here when they were renovating Yankee Stadium in the late 70s. 1-1. Jeff Kent makes the play. That's the 5th. Dave Malicki retires the Padres in order for the 2nd time out of 5 tries this evening. 1-0 Padres in the 5th.
Hello, my baby, we got the Padres, we got the Lakers too. We're really in a groove. You're watching us on the big tube.
For live sports, movies, and exciting new comedies from the WB, nobody entertains you like KTTY Cable 14.
You know that we're really cool now. Don't be a fool now. Come on and give us a try with the KTTY. Yeah.
But what is it?
It is water.
And I'm its thirsty little flower.
Intellectually, it slaps me in the face.
Excuse me. It's a private issue.
The new private issue card lets you choose from designs painted by celebrities. Plus, you pick the features you want, even your billing date.
Thank you.
He's the artist.
Oh, yeah, and a musician on the side, I believe. What's the card you design? It's a private issue. Use it where you see the Nova sign.
Tell me, fellas, what's so great about California?
People really nice. Just a neat island.
Okay, and if you got a great deal on a new Grand Cherokee, what would you put in it?
Ducks and chickens and all that kind of stuff.
So you can get a great deal on Grand Cherokee at the summer clearance of the decade.
Excellent. We like doing things together.
And right now, you can lease one for just $269 a month. Say, will you guys always be twins?
Every day's a different day, so you never know.
The Jeep summer clearance of the decade, now at your California Jeep and Eagle dealers. Who else?
San Diego Padres baseball is brought to you in part by Chevron. No gasoline cleans your engine better than Chevron with a new Techron additive. Chevron, simply smarter.
In the 5th inning, that's the situation. 1-0 Padres. Double by Caminiti, ground down, and a sac fly by Ausmus. You're up to date on the scoring if you missed it. You just got on home. Rico Brogna takes a strike from Joey Hamilton. Ryan Thompson next, and then Spires. 5, 6, 7 hitters. 0-2. Even Rico Brogna seems like a grizzled veteran here. He is the home run leader with 14. They do have 4 hitters in double figures. Finley and Ken 13 apiece with home runs. Inside 1-2.
I'll always remember Rico Brogna as the guy who broke up Andy Bennis's no-hitter in San Diego. Was it last year? I think it was.
Yeah, on a Sunday afternoon, right? 2-2. Make it 3 Mets for accuracy who are in double figures with Brogna's 14, Hundley's 13, and Jones, no, Kent 13. Padre run on the 4th. Foul back. Ooh, that ball got in there all of a sudden. 2-2. So tomorrow night, about 25 minutes later in terms of the starting time. And then 30 minutes earlier than tonight on Saturday, and a day game on Sunday. Got all that? 4 games, 4 times. Speaking of needing a scorecard. We're not with you on TV tomorrow. We are Saturday and Sunday on Channel 8. Foul back, out of play, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mets sweep the Dodgers. Had won 5 in a row before the Giants beat them the last couple of nights. They don't think they really got beaten yesterday, as I'm sure has been pointed out, but they officially were. Fouled off. It stays 2-2 to Brogna. You see videotape of that Chris Jones shot?
Oh, yeah. It was a home run.
Sure was. Gary Darling didn't think so, but you did, and I did, and all the people here did, and Dallas Green did. Hit the foul pole. What else would it be? But somehow Darling didn't see it. In the first base coaching box. First base position for the umpire. Brogna to center field. Finley. Routine. 1 away in the 5th.
Well, Dallas Green's argument with Gary Darling was, you know, he asked for help, asked somebody else, and Darling wouldn't do it. And then Joe West wouldn't leave well enough alone, and he got in the mix and threatened to bring the security on the field to remove Dallas Green from the premises.
I want to see
now,
that.
Can you imagine how smart that would have been, since everybody in the stands already knew from the radio that it really was a home run.
Yeah.
The umpire had made a mistake.
That's good.
Yeah.
Pour gasoline on a fire. That's a good idea. Ryan Thompson takes up high ball 1. Joe West starting a confrontation and making it worse. Why, I've never heard of such a thing. Fouled off. 1-1. There's that foul pole. And they called it foul. Should have been the tying home run in the 9th inning.
Yeah, it came with 2 outs, nobody on, and a pinch hit.
Caminiti off the bat of Ryan Thompson. 2 away. Padres with a 1-0 lead, and it'll be Bill Spires next.
Well, tomorrow on Channel 8, why do some scientists say men are designed to cheat? Why are Tijuana cops driving our stolen cars? And who is Tammy Lee Webb? Well, you can find out on the Best of Assignment San Diego tomorrow at 8 on Channel 8.
2 gone in the 5th. Bill Spires, not much of a hitter. 167 average this year. Again, he replaced Husky, who they say X-ray is negative. Just a bruise after he fouled that ball off his foot, and he's the usual day-to-day. Strike 1. Can't beat a guy named Butch Husky, man, who weighs 240. It's too perfect. 240. Yo.
Well, when you see those balls fouled off her foot, you know, you didn't used to worry about it too much. But, gee, Matt Williams missed about 3 months. Tony Gwynn's got a broken toe. Things happen.
1-2. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Joey coming off a win in Montreal, that 9-5 ball game. He's in that pattern, a win before that, a no decision. Before that, a win. Before that, a no decision. Before that, a win. Now, by that pattern, today would be a no decision, but you got to like him against this Mets lineup, that's for sure. 3-2. Walks him. Second walk he's allowed. He walked the number 8 hitter back in the 3rd, the number 7 hitter here, and that number 8 hitter is at the plate now, Kelly Stinnett. This is windy a day as I've seen here in a long time. Dirt is swirling off the mound and around the home plate area. Wrappers starting to come out on the warning track in left center field. That's a stiff wind. They were saying gusts of 30 miles an hour at around 6 this evening. Out of play, right side. Wrappers. Candlestick East.
Man, it could be a factor before this game is over on some fly balls to the outfield.
We got 1 break because the westerly winds, they're landing at LaGuardia instead of taking off, so it's nice and quiet. I like it. A little bit low, 1-1. 1-0 Padres, 2 out. 2-out runner for New York. Last place, done. Stick a fork in them, finished. No titles, no wild card, but nobody thought they would. Out of play on the right field side. 1-2. Did we say happy birthday to Stevie?
Yes.
Done that, did that? Okay, so make sure.
Yes, we talked about his wild ride. You know, Froggy's wild ride. He had a wild ride with Tony Gwynn.
He told me it was a very bad accident. Near, I say near. They were not in an accident, but it was close. Popped up. Livingstone. That is a fair ball. And that's all in the 5th inning. A man left through 5. 1-0 Padres.
What do Schlotzsky's mean to me?
There you are.
I'm a sandwich kind of guy.
I'm hungry. Big, round, and fluffy.
That is a bun.
I think it's pretty. A work of art.
Schlotzsky. Seriously, the right size.
It is a rare sight. Unparalleled performance and agility. Introducing the all-new Toyota Tacoma 4x2. Only Tacoma's powerful 142 horsepower 4 outruns the leading competitors' V6s. Only Tacoma gives you class-leading payload and towing, standard. And with Tacoma's new double wishbone front suspension, this 4x2 gives you a corner on handling. Toyota Tacoma, the arrival of the fittest.
It's brake exhaust suspension time at your participating Midas dealer. That means big savings. This month, get $10 off any Midas guaranteed service. That's right. Come in now for $10 off. The Midas way. The way it should be.
Don't miss Coca-Cola Backpack Day for kids 14 and younger. For tickets, call 29 Padres or stop by the stadium, Gate C. The new Padres, we want you back.
I thought I told you to never, ever come around here again. Now get out!
We don't fry our food at Schlotsky's Deli, and we never will. Schlotsky's. Funny name, serious sandwich.
A week from Monday is September the 4th. It's also Labor Day. It's also Padres Banner Day. Padres hosting the Mets, and we invite you to make your own banner supporting the Padres and win prizes before the game for the most creative banner. Game time is 5:05. For more details, call 283-4494. And Ted, I guess it's only right that it's against the Mets, because I think the Mets sort of originated Banner Day.
Sure did. Sure did. I was out there parading around with our sheets back in 1964. Right here. Bev Roberts takes a good curveball for a strike in the 6th.
Oh, you had a challenge coming up with a positive banner for the Mets in 1964.
Man. Kidding me? Foul back. 0-2. We worked how long it took me to make that banner with sheets and stuff. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Roberts, Gwynn, Caminiti in the 6th, trying to build on this 1-0 lead. Kent at second base. One away. Yeah, back then, and the Mets being so bad, you know, banners like, we're not as bad as you think. Or, you know, someday, ... someday. You know, really trying to be positive kind of things. We may be bad, but the games are short. Stuff like that. In there for a strike. Tony had singled and grounded to first. Hitting .358 now. That's going to reach the seats found on the third base side, and it's 0-2. He had a bad Philadelphia series. And I'm sure he'll say the foot has nothing to do with it. But it's the first really bad, bad series, bad, whatever, mini slump in a long time. 1-2. He was leading both leagues for a long time. That's not the case now because Edgar Martinez has gone to .363 to lead both leagues as the American League leader right now. Best average in both leagues, meaning. That could fall in, and it is in. Off the glove of Damon Buford. It's a single for Tony Gwynn, who makes the wide turn and holds on. 2 for 3. And yes, he is the leader in multi-hit games in the National League. That is number 47 with a pair of singles and a ground out tonight.
And his 141st hit of the season. If you're wondering, Tony has 2,345 career hits. I just happened to look it up because I saw that Wade Boggs got his 2,500th hit the other day. Boggs now with the Yankees as we look at the effort by Damon Buford.
Good one, too.
Yeah, good effort. Oh, he might have thought he had it. He held his glove up. Whoops.
Caminiti had been retired tonight. Single, a double, a run scored. The run scored. Sailing outside, ball 1. So the only active guys now with more hits than Boggs are Winfield, Molitor, and Eddie Murray. I think that's it. I'll leave somebody out. I think those are the guys with more hits than Boggs after that 25th hundred. A strike. 1-1.
A lot of people compare Boggs and Gwynn. That's why you sort of keep track. I think Boggs is a year older. For a while, Boggs had like a 20 percentage point lead on Tony for lifetime batting average, but Tony has hit much higher than Wade the last few years, and now Tony has moved past him.
Up high. I'll tell you, speaking of moving past, what shocked me, 2-1, that in hitting that grand slam Tuesday night, he becomes the third all-time Padre home run hitter. That never occurred to me. We never think of him in home runs, but he's behind Nate Colbert and Dave Winfield. I had no idea. No idea. And it was a grand slam that broke his tie with Santiago and put him in third place by himself. You'd have won money on that one if you'd have known it. 2-2.
Also, it was his first grand slam ever, he said. I mean, not at Walla Walla, not at San Diego State, not anywhere had he ever hit a grand slam before.
Not at Walla Walla?
Not at Walla Walla.
Really, really? It's our Walla Walla routine. We started that, Bob and I did in vaudeville in 1937. Took it on the road.
Oh, sure, because of the name of the manager.
And who was the manager at Walla Walla?
Cliff Ditto. It's true, you know.
Cliff Ditto managing Walla Walla. You couldn't write a script better than that. 2-2. Breaking ball fouled off right above the Mets dugout. A souvenir. 2-2 it is. The Padre run in the fourth. Caminiti here doubled over the center fielder's head. Went to third on a ground ball off the bat of Livingstone and scored as the next batter, Brad Ausmus, hit a fly ball to right for the sacrifice fly. Dodgers have tied the Phillies. It was 3-1 Phillies in the third. The Dodgers have tied 3-3 top of the fourth. Mike Piazza's gone home. Tony's going down the line, smacked, and that is a fair ball. That goes up and over. I do believe it's a ground rule. It's going to cost a run. Second time on this road trip. It happened in Philadelphia. It cost him a run, and it's happened here again. If that comes off the wall, Tony scores to make it 2-0 because it's a ground rule. He stays at third base. Boy, Caminiti is in a groove and just crushing the baseball tonight.
So here's Carl Everett. The ball bounced up over that fence and hit the back fence and carry him back on the field. But once it went over that fence, it was a ground rule double.
So now they're at second and third. First base is open and the left-hander batter is going to be given the pass, and they go after Brad Ausmus. This is the first walk allowed by Malicki, who's pitched very well. That's the 6th hit off him. And Caminiti's got half of the 6. Tony's got 2. And the other one is the Bip Roberts double.
Well, Malicki's making some scary tosses on this intentional walk. You know, some pitchers have trouble doing this, and Malicki is one of them.
So again, as he makes his debut against the San Diego Padres. I don't mean his debut, it's his Padre debut. He pitched a heck of a game against the Dodgers last time out. He beat them in that 3-game sweep of Los Angeles here. For Dallas Green, so they're loaded. One away. Opportunity for Brad Ausmus. The infield double play, Death, 1 out in the 6th.
Brad did a really good job back in the 4th inning, waiting for a pitch he could drive to the outfield with a runner at third base to get that run in, and he did it.
Fastball. They give him a ton of room down the left field line. Do not play him as a pull hitter, which he was when he first came up, but he has certainly used all the field now. Center fielder is over toward right center. Right field, is it going to be deep enough? Everett. Tony's tagging. Coming home. Good strong throw, and a throw serve. Great slide by Tony Gwynn to steal the run when the throw was a dandy and beat him. 2-0 Padres. I thought he was a dead duck. Take a look.
All right, here's the throw by Everett. And it has it. And apparently just didn't tag Tony. Let's see. Tony slides. Boy, that's good camera work, huh?
Yep. Looks like he got him high on the back after Tony had gone into his slide and was obviously had his foot on the plate at the time of that high tag on the back. Caminiti tagged. He went to third. A strike to Reed. 2 sac flies, and Brad Ausmus has got both ribbies tonight for the 2-0 lead.
You know, as good a throw as that was by Everett, he still caught it flat-footed and then took a couple of steps and threw. If he lines up behind it, catches it moving forward, then I think the catcher has the ball in time to make the tag on Tony.
Curveball for a strike to Reed. 0-2. Jody's popped up and grounded out. The clutch little bingle here would be a big 3-0 lead for Joey Hamilton. We're in the top of the 6th. Fastball 1-2. Livingstone is going to be given second base. No throw. Stolen base. Livingstone. Haven't seen him run for a long time. I forget how many stolen bases. That's his 4th. That's his 4th. So a single, and suddenly this could be 4-0. Breaking ball, strike 3 call. He's got a curveball, that's for sure. That's for sure. That's his 4th strikeout. It's a big one with runners in scoring position at 2nd and 3rd. A run home in the 6th inning after 5.5. 2-0 Padres.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's that time of year again. They're going back. It's back to school time at Staples. Over 5,000 supplies at the guaranteed low price.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Staples. Yeah, we've got that. From its idealized engineering to its sculpted aerodynamics, Celica has been designed to be as beautiful to drive as it is to look at. The 1995 Toyota Celica, including the all-new convertible. What else would you expect from a company that approaches manufacturing as an art?
Hi, I'm Jackie Guerra. You know, when I reminded my mother that I'm the first Latina to star on a network television show, she said, "Ay, milagro, mijita. Todos estamos muy, muy felices. Esperamos que no seas la última." That means nice. Make sure you're not the last.
Arriba! It's Jackie Guerra and First Time Out, coming this fall for the WB.
First Time Out, starting September 10th on the WB, KTTY.
That's fall, folks, on the WB.
Next week is Labor Day weekend, and everyone who's even thinking about buying furniture will be out looking for deals. But you don't have to wait. Jerome's Labor Day weekend sale with no sales tax is going on now.
Let's check the next.
You're watching
on the Star 100.7 scoreboard, where the Cardinals beat Cincinnati 6-5, Chicago over Florida 6-2, and Colorado came from behind to beat Pittsburgh 8-6. Phillies and Dodgers, they're now tied 3-3 in the 4th, and Montreal leads San Francisco 3-2 in the 4th.
Mullicky tried to bunt his way on here, and it's strike 1 as he fouls it off. Pitcher spot in the 6th inning, followed by Buford and Vizcaino. Second base, Jody Reed. 1 away. Top of the order, Damon Buford. We'll pause 5 seconds from New York, New York for station identification on the KFMB TV8 Sports Network.
You're watching Padres baseball on KTTY, Channel 69, San Diego.
Damon Buford from the Orioles in the Bonilla deal. They got Ochoa, they got Buford. They think he's an outfielder of the future, that's for sure. Bunted, and nice play, Caminiti. 2 away. Buford's 0 for 3. They kind of think it'll be this kid Peyton down at AAA, along with Everett and Buford as the outfield of the future. And Everett's got power, and we know now he can throw in terms of arm itself.
And that's if Buford can hold off that Alex Ochoa.
Yeah, so they think they're loaded at AAA for the outfield. They think the young arms are really the goods. They may not be far away from this. Instead of rebuilding, they're reloading. Maybe 96, more likely 97. What an easy inning for Joey. Vizcaíno swinging first ball. He's 0 for 3. Cedeno makes the play. It's a 1-2-3. Mets 6th inning. Jerry Coleman rejoins Robert here after 6 in Shea Stadium. 2-0 Padres.
Six Flags California presents a family vacation in 3 steps.
Step 1.
Spend a day at Six Flags Magic Mountain for thrilling rides and great shows.
Step 2.
Spend the next day next door at the new Hurricane Harbor themed water park with Tiki Falls, the Forgotten Sea, and Castaway Cove.
Step 3.
Who needs Step 3? Come to Los Angeles and visit Six Flags California. With 2 family theme parks, we're bigger than Disneyland and more exciting than ever.
It's art that tells me to break from convention.
It forces me to explore my inner self.
It commands me to think.
It orders me. A nice porterhouse.
The new private issue card, a work of art that really works. You pick how it looks, the features you want, even your billing date.
Visually appealing, yet delightfully utilitarian.
What's the card you designed? It's a private issue. Use it where you see the Nova sign.
Toyota Camry, the best car built in America.
Toyota's hot, hot, hot.
Award-winning precision craftsmanship made it the gold standard. It's Toyota's nationwide clearance. The best time to get the best. Camry, a low $229 a month lease, is designed to clear out the last of the new 95s. Your Toyota dealer has a huge selection, but you'd better hurry. And for a limited time, there's 2.9% financing on all Camrys. Get the deal on the Toyota you want now. This clearance event happens only once a year.
When you eat a Carl's Jr. Double Western Bacon Cheeseburger, you get hours of free entertainment. If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face.
Quick look at the Star 100.7 American League scoreboard, where the Yankees lead Seattle by 2 in the 8th. Texas shutting out Kansas City in the 3rd, and Milwaukee 1-0 over Minnesota in the 4th. Later, Boston at Oakland, Baltimore at California, and right now, Jerry Coleman with the play-by-play.
Yeah, Dave Malicki coming on against Andahar Cedeno. First one was outside for a ball. Padres leading 2-0. What a slide by Tony Gwynn. Wasn't that a dandy on that hook slide? You don't see that very often, man. He just faded away, and the catcher reached for him. He wasn't there.
Tony does a lot of little things that make it work.
Yeah, like winning. 1 ball, 1 strike. How do you like that? Backhand the ball in front of him and threw it away. And that a way to go. So Bill Spires or Spears, whatever his name is, blew that play. That'll be an error. E5. See, I don't care that he makes the error. I just don't like it when they don't make the play properly.
What would be the advantage of this? I suppose you're in position to throw better.
No, you're not. Believe me, you're not. So a runner at first base. It's all right, Bill. We'll work with you tomorrow. I'll get you straightened out. No, we won't. Here's Hamilton. Attempted bunt. And a little bit foul. Strike 1. It's the fashionable thing to do, folks. Backhand ball that hit right at you, you can get in front of. You miss it, then they never give you an error. It's like a tough play. Of course, it always goes to the outfield, too, instead of stopping it. Joey Hamilton. Getting old and crusty, I think. In there for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Hamilton, in sacrificing, has done it twice this year. He looks at his third base coach. What do? You let him go all the way or let him take a swipe at it? Might wrap into a double play. Might strike out. He struck out twice in his first 2 at-bats. At first base, Cedeno. And he's gone. So it's the 3rd strikeout for Joey Hamilton, 2 as a regular. This trying to bunt.
A reminder that this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Padres.
Stepping in right now, Steve Finley bounced to short, the second twice, 0 for 3. He was the hottest Padre hitter for a long time tonight, and in the last couple of games hadn't been able to really take charge with that bat. He went 2 for 12 in the series in Philadelphia, and he's 0 for 3 tonight.
Boy, he's still among the league leaders in so many categories. 10th in batting, leads in runs, tied for 3rd in hits, tied for 2nd in triples, 3rd in stolen bases.
He is having a banner year. Big curve, not a good one, but high ball one. I'll tell you, the guy's really had a down period has been Jody Reed. He really has had trouble getting off the ground. Took a called third strike in the 6th inning on a ball that didn't look that tough, but when you're having a fit like that, you never come out of it for a while. It takes a while to get straightened out. 1-0 pitch.
Jody was so hot for so long, still playing very good defense.
Well, you know, that's when you can tell a real pro. When they're not doing one thing, but they do the other thing quite well. 2 balls and no strikes to Steve Finley at first base on Cedeno. If the sequence gets in the proper mode, we might see some movement here. Cedeno, not a guy that will steal a base. He's only got 3 this year from that standpoint, but he would go on a hit and run situation. 2 balls, no strikes on the ground. Second baseman Kent, shortstop for 1, back to first, not in time. Boy, he can fly down the line. So Cedeno is out at second base. Finley safe at first on a play that goes 4-6. Nice play by Kent to get rid of it to the shortstop. It was a long toss.
And the 4th time in the game that Finley has hit the ball on the ground. Here's the double play attempt by Vizcaino. Too late.
Well, we got a big piece of plastic, something or other, drifting across the infield. It's kind of windy here tonight. Suddenly, Bob, it was, you know, really delightful, and it got breezy.
A lot of wind blowing out, it looks like, toward right field right now. It was swirling earlier, but this stadium is kind of famous for swirling winds, although we don't see it too much in the summer. You see it a lot in the fall and winter when the Jets used to play football here.
I think somebody picked that up and roll it up and throw it off, wouldn't you? Went by 2 infielders and the umpire and a coach. They all ignored it. Pip Roberts, 1 for 3, had a double. That was in the 3rd inning. Bounced to second, his other 2 at-bats. Biff currently hitting a 3.24. Boy, he's been hot since coming back. Missed nearly 2 solid months. In fact, he did miss 2 months, except for a few days, and he had 1 game in that 2-month period and had to leave again. Didn't even finish that game. High pop, playable ball, but watch the wind. It's kind of nasty out there. Kent drifts in behind the first baseman and makes the play for the 3rd out. That's all for San Diego. We go to the last half of the 7th inning. Padres 2, Mets nothing.
This year, thousands of people will invest in the promise of new technology in the 1995 Toyota Corolla. And now, with the Corolla lease starting at only $189 a month, you can enjoy the technology of a sophisticated sound chamber that dramatically reduces noise levels, advanced safety systems like standard dual airbags, plus air conditioning, power steering, and AM/FM 4-speaker stereo. At only $189 a month, the Toyota Corolla is the benchmark of quality and the promise of value.
Don't miss Coca-Cola Backpack Day for kids 14 and younger. For tickets, call 29 Padres or stop by the stadium, Gate C. The new Padres, we want you back.
Oh, she's got to notice me when she comes by. I mean, look at me. What's not to notice? I'm here. I tell you, if you want to feel good, you got to look good. And if I'm going to run good, I got to feel good. Look at me. I'm designed for a high-octane gas. I love it. That's what I need, this Chevron Supreme with Tech Run. I mean, it makes me run like a champ. It's all good stuff. I mean, it's mind-boggling.
No premium outperforms new Chevron Supreme with Techron. Chevron, simply smarter.
I mean, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I feel stupendous.
No one interviews more stars. Entertainment Tonight. No one is show busier.
Weeknights at 7 on Channel 8.
Carl Everett comes on to lead off the 7th inning for New York, and the Padres lead 2-0. Both runs coming in on sacrifice flies by Brad Ausmus. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Joey Hamilton, if you wonder, has given up 1 base hit through 6. And that was a bunt single by Carl Everett, the man up there right now. He has been about as sharp as you can get. Padres 2 runs, 6 hits. The Mets no runs, 1 hit. Blew it by him, and Hamilton really has stuff tonight. If he keeps that up, he's going to go right through him.
You know, on a couple of his of the at-bats by the Mets, he's had a little too much stuff. That ball moved so much, it moved out of the strike zone. That's when he walked Spires in the 5th inning.
A 1-2 pitch. I noticed that when he did walk that man in the 5th inning, a gust of wind came across him just as he started to throw, and it could have upset him a little bit because it was a severe gust. Took a lot of dust with it and sand and whatever. Here's a 2-2 pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the Dodgers have gone ahead of the Phillies in the 5th inning, 4-3. Montreal still leads the Giants in the 5th inning, 3-2. We mentioned earlier the Rockies came from behind to beat Pittsburgh 8-6. And right here, the Padres lead 2-0. We're talking about the National League West. There's a high pop-up on a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
All of a sudden, what Houston does is starting to take on more importance because Houston and the Colorado Rockies were tied for the best wild card record going into action today. Astros are not playing tonight.
To Hopper. Gets him at first base. Good thing they're not, because they are in a real slide. They've lost 7 straight and have been dismal in the last couple of weeks.
14 of their last 17. Well, Andy Ashby's going to go for his 10th win of the season on Saturday, and you can watch it right here on Channel 8. Starts at 4 o'clock. That's the KFMB Sports Network's next game. 4 o'clock Saturday, KFMB Channel 8, home of the Padres. Andy Ashby after win number 10.
And there he is. Jeff Kent is up there. Fastball missed outside by Hamilton. Willie Blair and Jason Isringhausen tomorrow. I have to practice that one in my sleep night. Isringhausen. Talking to Dallas Green, I said, couldn't we call this guy like John Smith or something, you know, just for the game? The 1-1 pitch. He said, we got a lot of unusual names. He said, look at Malecki. I said, yeah, where's the A or the I or the E or something in front of that L? It's ML instead of MA or MI or ME.
I'd say Blair against Izzy if it was me.
No, you wouldn't. You'll be there. You know, if you say it, I'll be very surprised. Pitch on the way. Left field. He got it. A hanging curveball. That ball is out of here. So that narrows the gap. It's a 2-1 game on a hanging curveball. He jumped it. Home run number 14 for Jeff Kent. RBI number 41. Well, we talked to you about it over and over and over again. The hanging curveball, a deadly pitch. Watch it.
Boy, Kent has plenty of power. That was a home run easy.
Here's Rico Brogna coming on. Bounce to third, fly to center. So it's a 2-1 game. Mets climb back. A ball and a strike. Plate umpires Bob Davison, the umpire-in-chief tonight, and the senior man of this group behind the plate. 1-1 pitch. Bill Hahn at first. Steve Ripley at second. Jerry Meals, just like you eat a meal. He's at third base. First time we've seen him in the big league. The 1-2 pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That was the 99th home run this season by the New York Mets. Padres, by the way, have 81, and there's the pitch. Oh, you could see that. It just said, hit me.
Whoops. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pretty good leg job by Rico Brogna, jumping out of the way. Behind Brogna is Ryan Thompson. Padres 2, the Mets 1. 3-2. Count stays at 3-2. If you missed it earlier, a young infielder by the name of Butch Husky fouled one on his foot in the 3rd inning and had to leave the ball game in favor of Bill Spears. And that jumping job by Brogna reminded me of it. Right center field, extra bases. Is he going to try for 3? No, he's going to stop at second base. Padres get a break there. Bronya, not a fast man, rips a double into right center. Tying run at second base, one away. So suddenly, after the bunt single that came in the fourth, a home run and now a double.
Bronya with good power, and that was just perfectly placed in the gap in right center. Tony let Steve Finley play the count.
Well, a couple of things are happening. Sonny Siebert is out to talk to his right-hander, and the Padre bullpen is up and cranking up. Doug Bockler gets going in the Padre bullpen just in case.
Padre bullpen's been getting a lot of work lately because the starters the last two games have not been able to go very far. Glenn Dishman only 4 1/3 innings yesterday after Brian Williams pitched just 3 innings on Tuesday.
So this happened with a sudden. It's kind of surprising, you know, a home run double just like that when Joey Hamilton was in total control. But here in the 7th inning, the Mets have come to life. Here's Ryan Thompson, flied to right, bounced to third. He is strong, but not what you call a solid contact hitter. These guys, though, can hurt you. You make a mistake, just like the pitch to Jeff Kent. The runner's in a hurry. Runner at second base, tying run is Rico Bronya. Thompson the batter. Here's Joey Hamilton. Right field. Gwynn on the run, and got it. Nice play. The wind kept taking it away, and Tony had to backhand it to grab it. Boy, that was a tough play. The wind just kept blowing it away farther and farther and farther, and Tony finally realized I better backhand this, and he did as Ryan Thompson's gone.
So another winning play by Tony Gwynn. Makes an out on a tough play in a tough situation.
Well, Tony was running right at that wall, and that's not a wall that you want to run into. That is hard steel and wire down there. You get racked up pretty good. Here's Bill Spires coming on. Now Ron Valona, left-hander, has joined Doug Bockler. Right. 2-1 ball game. Home run, then doubled. 2 outs. Spires, the batter, got up one time and got a base on balls. That was in the 5th inning. Looper to left field. Here comes Bronya. The ball bobbled in left field by Biff Roberts. We got a 2-2 tie. I don't believe it. Out of nowhere, here come the Mets. Spires didn't hit it well, but he found a spot in left field that brought Bronya in from second base, and it's all even at 2.
Don't believe the Padres had a play at the plate at all, but when Biff bobbled it, Padres actually were fortunate. The Spires, the lead run, didn't get to second.
Kelly Stennett comes on. He walked and popped to first. 2-2 tie, just like that. Mets scored twice. Ball went outside. Ron Valona, the left-hander. Doug Bockler, the right-hander, throwing rapidly in the Padre bullpen. Well, manager Bruce Bochy said, I need at least 6 or 7 innings. Don Florence throwing in the bullpen for the Mets. He's a left-hander. Well, I just simply can't believe the number of new players the Mets are using in that pitching staff. They're everywhere.
Well, I'll bet from our last trip to New York, the Mets have at least a dozen new players.
Oh, no question. No question. Fouled off, and now we go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dave Malicki is the batter, the next batter, and he won't hit in the, if Stennett gets on. They got to go to try to win it in the 7th inning, go to their bullpen. But in fact, if Stennett makes out, then Malicki will pitch the 8th inning. And he's going to pitch the 8th inning. Blew that one right by him. So Kelly Stennett's gone. There are 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 7th for the New York Mets. After 7 full innings of play, Padres 2, New York 2.
It goes by the lofty title, The American Dream. But it's also known as the fixer-upper with 1.5 baths, or the new wagon with room for 10. On occasion, it goes by the name, The Orthodontist Set Braces, for both. So if you're Bank of America, you stand by to help with the money. no matter what the dream's called. Even when it answers to Jenny, college freshman, class of 2005. Banking on America. Bank of America.
It is a rare sight. Unparalleled performance and agility. Introducing the all-new Toyota Tacoma 4x2. Only Tacoma's powerful 142 horsepower 4 outruns the leading competitors' V6s. Only Tacoma gives you class-leading payload and towing, standard. And with Tacoma's new double wishbone front suspension, this 4x2 gives you a corner on handling. Toyota Tacoma, the arrival of the fittest.
San Diego Padres baseball is brought to you in part by Schlotsky's Deli. Funny name, serious sandwich.
Something special coming up on Labor Day in San Diego. It's Ralph's Grocery Company Tony Gwynn Pin Card Day. It's Monday, September 4th. Mets in town. Game time 5:05. All fans receive a Tony Gwynn pin card set commemorating his 5 batting titles. Compliments of Ralph's Grocery Company. For tickets, go to any Ticketmaster location, Stadium Gate C, or call 283-4494.
Tony Gwynn comes on to start it off. It's even. Mets 2, Padres 2. Gwynn, a couple of base hits and 3 trips, a single in the first. Got himself a single in the 6th. And he's leading off the 8th inning. Padres need a runner right now. Dave Malicki on the mound. Done an excellent job thus far. Tony currently hitting a .360. 2 balls, no strikes. Joey Hamilton had the Mets right, in his grasp, and then a home run, a double, single, bang. 2 runs are in, just like that. 2-0, the pitch. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2-1.
Well, the first 2 hitters this inning for San Diego, Gwynn and Caminiti, have combined for 5 of the 6 hits the Padres have off Malicki.
2 balls, 1 strike coming up. Oh, great play by Bronya. Play to first. Malicki's there. And Tony gimping down the first base side. Wow, he looks like that foot's bothering him a little bit. Great play by Bronya to keep Gwynn off the bases, and he's gimping coming back. So I don't know if he hurt himself or what, but he's hurting.
I think it was this play by Bronya that made him hurt. Terrific play by the Mets first baseman. Saved a base hit.
So that play 3-1. Here's Ken Caminiti, 3 for 3. Single, 2 doubles. Gwynn hit the ball well, but you saw the play by Bronya, took it away from him. Caminiti may be just itching for a home run. He hasn't hit one in a while. And he's had good cuts. Dave Malicki. Yeah, that foot hurt him. Look at that. Hope it's not his leg. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 the count.
Well, Caminiti couldn't come much closer to a home run than the double he hit in the 4th inning that hit halfway up the fence in dead center field, 410 feet away.
Well, you talk about a tender foot. Man, he plays every day. Doesn't make any difference with him. He's in there. 2 balls, 1 strike, and you have to admire that no matter what. Look at that.
And you know, there was no sign of the bad toe when he made that terrific running catch in foul territory. Just did what it took to make the play.
He's played in pain. What's it been, a couple of weeks now after that foul off his foot? 3-1 the count. Behind Caminiti, Scott Livingstone waits.
You know, he fouled it off his foot on August 3rd, so that's 3 weeks ago today.
What did he miss, about a week?
Yeah.
Yeah, just missed a solid week. Inside ball 4, and now Malicki walks what could be the winning run. Down to first base goes Ken Caminiti. See, that is base on balls number 2 to Malicki, and that might give Dallas Green a thought that, hey, is my guy getting tired?
Well, walk number 2, but really walk number 1. The first one was an intentional walk.
And the bullpen starts cranking up. We got a right-hander down there, number 45, who is Jerry DePato. Left field foul. Tell you what, with Livingstone up there, he's a tough cookie. Got a runner at first base, represents the winning run or the potential winning run. And there you look at Jerry DePato, and then you got Brad Ausmus, who's hit the ball well. He's driven in both runs with sacrifice flies. 1 strike delivery. Livingstone batting .336. Padres and the Mets dead even at 2. Off in the corner, out of play. One thing about Livingstone, you hear the word contact hitter. He personifies that particular phrase. Contact hitter. Makes contact. He'll strike out, of course, from time to time, but mostly he hits the ball. And when you hit it, something good might happen. 2-strike delivery. he's feeding an outside corner, and Livingstone keeps getting a piece of it.
Well, you can understand why they wouldn't want to give him a pitch to pull, a left-handed hitter, and he's got some punch, and that wind blowing out to right field. Boy, anything deep to right field up in the air will carry out.
Here's a 2-strike delivery. Malicki at the second. There goes the runner. Pitch on the way outside. No chance, I don't believe. No, he's got it easy. Caminiti, what a jump he had. I don't know whether Malicki can't hold him on, but Caminiti, not a real steal artist, but he had that with ease. Tie-breaking run at second base, a count of ball and 2 strikes.
8th stolen base of the year for Caminiti. And boy, the old pro stole a base in a key spot for San Diego here. Tie game 2-2, 8th inning.
Livingstone now with a chance to break the tie. Outfield shades left. The left fielder on the line way over there. Look at that left fielder. Man, oh man. Ryan Thompson is playing about 25 feet off the line, way out of what you would call normal left field position for a left-hand batter.
They've been pitching Livingstone outside the entire game. And he seems to me he's getting closer and closer.
Look at that hole in left center. Boy, if we could find that, Padres could be in clover. At second base, Caminiti. Right field, high in the air. Don't think it's got the distance. Going for it is Carl Everett. Tagging up Caminiti, and he's going to go to third. So the tie-breaking run 90 feet away with 2 out here in the 8th inning.
Well, that was a routine fly to right, but in that wind, Everett had to go all the way to the warning track to make the catch.
Well, here's Brad Ausmus again. He's had 2 sacrifice flies, but he needs more than that this time. He needs a base hit to get that running from third.
And Bill Spires better be on his toes at third, and I notice he is playing even with the bag, because Brad Ausmus, an excellent bunter, and a bunt base hit would get the run in.
All right, let's watch the defense now. Spires in tight at third. Shortstop, second baseman straight away. First baseman is back. Here's the ball game right here. You can almost see it. Ausmus with a chance of driving his third run to put San Diego ahead here in the top of the 8th inning. Joey Hamilton has pitched an excellent ball game. Had a little down period in the 7th. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Slider, 1 ball, 1 strike. Seattle batting in the 9th inning, trailing the Yankees 7-6. One ball, 1 strike. Ooh, near wild pitch. Nice play by the catcher, Kelly Stinnett. 2 balls, 1 strike. Tonight's paid attendance, 14,705. That's the worst writing I've ever seen. We'll have to put that on the air and let them figure it out. 14,705. The 2-1 delivery. Another near wild pitch. Caminiti at third, representing the tie-breaking run. On deck and waiting, Jody Reed, who's had a tough time the last week or so. 3-1. Ball 4, and down to first base goes Ausmus. They're going to go after Jody Reed, who is 0 for 3 tonight. So that might not have been an intentional walk, but it could have been just about the same thing when they figured that Ausmus had been hitting the ball better than Reed by far. Third walk given up. Malecki walked intentionally Livingstone in the 6th, and he's walked 2 here in the 8th. And obviously tiring.
Checking back to my scorebook, Jerry, I count Jody right now on an 0 for 12 streak.
Okay, Greg Pavlik, the pitching coach, has a chat with Malecki. Probably saying, look, if this is the guy you need, then you're out of there because you're the lead batter in the 8th inning. So get this guy and we'll send you home, pat you on the back, you'll be out of it. Jody Reed, the batter. Runners at first and third. 2 out, 2-2 tie. Drive left field, and that ball is fair. Extra bases for Reed. Here's 1 run coming in. Racing around is Ausmus. The relay not in time. 4-2 San Diego. And Jody Reed got the hanging curve, and he's been hung up 0 for 12, but got the big one when he needed it. Caminiti in to score. Ausmus in to score, both scoring after they had walked, and a double by Reed sets the stage, and here comes Dallas Green. He waves to the bullpen. Padres take a 2-run lead here in the 8th inning.
Right down the line. Looked for a moment like Thompson might possibly have a play, but he just couldn't catch up to it.
So Dallas Green out there to check in with another young pitcher who will be coming on, and while he does, we'll take this commercial break.
What do Schlotzsky's mean to me?
There you are.
I'm a sandwich kind of guy.
I'm hungry. Big, round, and fluffy.
That is a bun.
I think it's pretty. A work of art.
Schlotzsky, seriously the right size.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's that time of year again. They're going back. It's back to school time at Staples. Over 5,000 supplies at the guaranteed low price.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Staples. Yeah, we've got that.
It is a rare sight. Unparalleled performance and agility. Introducing the all-new Toyota Tacoma 4x2. Only Tacoma's powerful 142 horsepower 4 outruns the leading competitors' V6s. Only Tacoma gives you class-leading payload and towing, standard. And with Tacoma's new double wishbone front suspension, this 4x2 gives you a corner on handling. Toyota Tacoma, the arrival of the fittest.
I thought I told you to never, ever come around here again. Now get out!
We don't fry our food at Schlotzsky's Deli, and we never will. Schlotzsky's, funny name, serious sandwich.
Let's check the Star 100.7 scoreboard update. In the National League, Cardinals over Cincinnati 6-5. Chicago beat Florida 6-2. Colorado overcame a 6-1 Pittsburgh lead to beat the Pirates 8-6. Dodgers and Phillies are tied 4-4. Phillies batting in the 6th inning, and Montreal batting in the 6th has a 3-2 lead over San Francisco. In the American League, Seattle now came from behind, beat the Yankees 9-7. So somebody obviously hit a 3-run homer in the bottom of the 9th in Seattle. Kansas City ahead of Texas 5-2 in the 6th. Milwaukee shutting out Minnesota 4-0 in the 6th. Later on, Oakland hosts red-hot Boston. All they are is 19-2 in their last 21 games. And California takes on Baltimore.
And you're looking at Jerry DiPoto coming on. He is the right-hander in for the bullpen to replace Dave Malecki. Malecki went 7 innings, allowed 4 runs so far. He walked 3 and he struck out 5. Could be hung with another run if that guy at second base, Jody Reed, comes in as Cedeno takes ball 1 inside. On Cedeno in this one. 0 for 3. Into right field. Might be some trouble if it's fair. And after it is the right fielder, they caught up to it. Nice play by Carl Everett on a running catch off the bat of Cedeno. So 2 runs are in. The Padres, after 7.5, lead in the ball game, 4-2.
Don't miss Coca-Cola Backpack Day for kids 14 and younger. For tickets, call 29 Padres or stop by the stadium, Gate C. The new Padres, we want you back.
Kiss the frog, baby.
This is the WB.
Hello, my baby.
The WB.
Kiss the frog, baby.
Well, hello, my baby.
WB.
Ooh, baby.
Kiss the frog, baby.
George, I understand you met your mother on the boat today. Oh, no, I've known her for a long time.
Well, tell us about the Jeep summer clearance.
It's the action, where the action is.
So, what would you say to someone who says their sport utility is better than Jeep Grand Cherokee?
How's your headache?
Right now, you can lease one for just $269 a month. Say, George, what do you think of a deal like that?
But in a lifetime, if you have 3 or 4, you're very, very lucky.
Yeah, the Jeep summer clearance of the decade at your California Jeep and Eagle dealers. Who else?
Too hot in your car? Don't sweat it. Now at Pep Boys, get a cool deal on our air conditioning quick check for just $19.99. Our AC quick check only $19.99. Come to Pep Boys now.
With the Padres on top, 4-2. Here's Joe Orsulak batting for Jerry DiPoto. DiPoto came in to get one out. He's out of the game. There's a drive to right field. That ball is foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Orsulak, one of those guys who comes off the bench, knows what to do when he gets a bat in his hand in a spot like that. Joe currently hitting at .284 as a pinch hitter, has 8 hits and 24 trips. .333, not too bad. One of the few veteran players on this ball club. Most of the Mets are very, very young. No balls, 2 strikes. Try it again. With the Orsulak, Buford, and Vizcaino, the first 3 batters. Down the left field side, drifting foul. Left-hander warming in the bullpen. There you see him, Don Florence. And he got him. Nice play and nice pitching by Joey Hamilton to get the first man here in the 8th inning. He struck out the final batter in the 7th and gets the first man here in the 8th, only his 3rd of the night. Well, he's not been overpowering in strikeouts, but what he has been, except for that 7th inning, has been right on the money. Done an excellent job. All right, stepping in right now is Damon Buford. Ball 1 the count. In there, 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh, would you believe the Mariners beat the Yankees 9-7? How do you like that? High pop-up. Osmus after it. Watch the wind. Nice play by Bradley. 2 down.
Well, it had to be a 3-run homer. Would you guess Ken Griffey?
I don't know. I mean, they got a few guys out there. You know, that guy in right field, Mr. Personality. What's his name?
Oh, Jay Buhner.
Jay Buhner, yeah.
Actually, Mike Blowers. He's what, hit 3 Grand Slam home runs.
How about Edgar
this month.
Martinez? He's had a few home runs, too. Anybody could do it in that ballpark, but ooh, Yanks having trouble. What if John Wetland let another one get away?
Well, you'd have to figure he'd be the guy trying to protect a 1-run lead in the bottom of the 9th.
Rod Beck with the Giants is in a disaster state right now. He coughed up 10 leads. Blown saves, they call them. Right here, 1 ball, 1 strike. A ball and 2 strikes. The batter, Jose Vizcaino, safe on an air, fly to right, bounced to short.
And you know, Dusty Baker went the entire 1994 season seeing Rod Beck not blow a single save.
Yeah. Something went out of the life of his arm, and that happens. Remember Dick Raditz, the guy with the Boston Red Sox in the early 50s?
Yeah, the monster.
For 2 years, you couldn't touch him. In the third year, he couldn't get anybody out. It was gone. Just blew his arm.
Some scouts have told me that Rod Beck, they feel, has lost maybe 6 or 7 miles an hour off his fastball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. 14,705 watching the ball game here at Shea Stadium. Joey Hamilton fighting for a complete game win. He's on top 4-2 in the 8th. And a ground ball to Mr. Reed, who makes the play to first. And just like that, we go to the 9th inning. San Diego 4, New York 2.
Corolla, the benchmark of quality for 28 years. It's Toyota's nationwide clearance. The best time to get the best. Corolla, a no money down, low monthly lease puts you into the last of the new 95s. Choose from a beautiful selection of Tercels. With your choice, savings of $500 cash back or special Tercel lease or 2.9% financing. Hurry, last chance to get the best of the 95 Toyotas.
How about a little reward?
Are we talking diamonds?
Brownies.
I can eat brownies wearing diamonds.
Introducing Sweet Rewards. Brownies so rich, so chocolatey.
Ooh, go over that again.
You'd never guess they were fat-free.
Fat-free? Oh, that's why they call them Sweet Rewards.
Now all the best of Betty Crocker's in a fat-free brownie. New Sweet Rewards. Fat-free just got a whole lot more rewarding.
Betty ought to get a reward for these. Maybe diamonds.
San Diego Padres baseball has been brought to you in part by Toyota. We're keeping the promise. See your San Diego County Toyota dealer today. By Jack in the Box restaurants. Watch out, Mac. Jack's back. By Staples, the office superstore. And by Great Western Bank.
We got a new hitter coming on and a new pitcher coming on. The hitter's going to be Eddie Williams batting for Joey Hamilton. The new pitcher will be Don Florence pitching for the Mets. Florence, the third Met pitcher, follows Dave Malicki, Jerry DePoto, and now himself here in the 9th inning. Padres lead 4-2. Florence with a record of 1-0, ERA at 1.29. This is only his 7th game. So he hasn't really done a lot yet, just kind of finding his way in the big leagues. Don Florence was with Pawtucket last year, so he is a brand new rookie, as are many of the Mets. Here's Eddie Williams. Had a pinch hit home run yesterday, good for 2 runs. That was in the ball game won by the Phillies 12-8. Padres lead this one 4-2. Slider gets in there, strike 1 as Williams checks him out. Behind him it'll be Finley, then Roberts. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Pulled the string. Hamlin went 8 innings, allowed 4 base hits, a couple of runs. He walked 2 and he struck out 3. Outside, the bullpen active for the Mets. It's Bloss Minor for the Mets, and for the Padres, Trevor Hoffman will come on to try to pick up another save. Here's a 1-2 delivery. And he got him. So that spot has not been a good spot. 4 strikeouts in the 9th position. 3 by Joey Hamilton, 1 by Eddie Williams. Don Florence strikes out his first man, and they'll bring up the number 2 hitter in this order, and in the inning, at the number 1 hitter in the lineup is Steve Finley. He is 0 for 4. Finley currently hitting at .312. He's been on the ground all night, the short and the second 3 times. Strike. Defensively is Bill Spires at third, Jose Vizcaino At short, Jeff Kent at second, Rico Brogna at first, Kelly Stent at the catcher. Ooh, wow. Hung a curveball, and Finley was on it. Almost took the pitcher into center field. We talk about the hanging curveball. That was one of them right there. Just laid right out there and over it. Wow. Watch it again. Watch the height of this one. Right up there. Bang. Coming on now, Bip Roberts, who bounced to second, doubled, bounced to second, popped to second, 1 for 4. Bipper hitting at .323. Tony Gwynn, the following hitter. (4-2) Padres lead. It's the first of a 4-game series. Tomorrow night, the man who's been the hottest pitcher of all the Padres, Willie Blair, will take up the chores, followed by Saturday, Andy Ashby. And tomorrow night, going up against Blair, will be Jason Isringhausen. Bill Pulsifer will be the man on Saturday, and on Sunday, neither side has declared who will start. Finley, 32 stolen bases. Having a banner year in a lot of areas. That's one of them, running. There he goes. First base side, off the glove of Brogna. That'll be a base hit for Bip Roberts. So Finley down to second base. What that play did, when Brogna deflected it, it kept Finley at second base instead of being at third. So the runners at first and second. One down. And here comes Anthony Gwynn. Lawrence has pitched 3 batters, and he's given up 2 hits. Watch the deflection now. So Florence now with runners at first and second, 1 down. 4-2 ball game. Padres lead, threatening for more here in the 9th inning. Gwynn, the batter, 2 for 4, singled in the first, singled in the 6th. Bounced to first in the 3rd, again in the 8th inning. Right. Padres 9 hits and 4 runs. The Mets 4 hits and 2 runs. Dodgers and Phillies tied at 4 in the 7th inning. Montreal still ahead of the Giants, 3-2 in the 8th. The other game, Colorado beat Pittsburgh 8-6. Those are the games the Padres are looking at very carefully. Could be 2. And is 2. So the play goes 6-4 to 3, ends the inning. The Padres come up dry. We go into the last half of the 9th inning. San Diego 4, New York 2.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's that time of year again. They're going back. It's back to school time at Staples. Over 5,000 supplies at the guaranteed low price.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Staples. Yeah, we've got that.
But what is it?
It is water.
And I'm its thirsty little flower. Intellectually, it slaps me in the face.
It's.
Excuse me. It's a private issue.
The new private issue card lets you choose from designs painted by celebrities. Plus, you pick the features you want, even your billing date.
Thank you.
He's the artist.
Oh, yeah, and a musician on the side, I believe. What's the card you design? It's a private issue. Use it where you see the Nova sign.
Trevor Hoffman comes on to try to wrap it up and give the win to Joey Hamilton. The Padres lead in the ball game 4-2. And for Trevor, he's shooting for his 26th save. Been in the 43 games. This is number 44. Early on, he had some, not what you would call arm problems, but an arm that wasn't right the way he wanted it. And he had some bad outings. But overall, he has been outstanding. This will be save number 26 if he gets it. So Trevor Hoffman, he's been the money guy for the Padres. Trevor is not allowed to run in his last 7 attempts out there, so that's good news. Tied for 4th in the league with those 25 saves. Ready to go here. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning, and the Padres lead by 2. San Diego, 4 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. New York, 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. Padres got a run in the 4th inning and a double by Caminiti. He went to third on a ground ball by Livingstone. It came in on a sacrifice fly by Brad Ausmus. Number 2 for the Padres came in the 6th inning. A single by Gwynn, a double by Caminiti, and another sacrifice fly by Ausmus. In the 7th inning, the Mets tied it. A home run by Jeff Kent with 1 down made it 2-1. Then a double by Bronya and a single by Spears made it a 2-2 game. Padres went ahead in the 8th. A 1-out walk to Caminiti, a 2-out walk to Ausmus, and then a double by Jody Reed down the left field line. 2 runs came in. The Padres lead 4-2, and here we are. We're coming up to the last half of the 9th inning, and here's Carl Everett. Ball went outside. Everett wrapped into a double play. Got the first hit of Joey Hamilton with a bunt single down the third base side, then bounced to second. He's 1 for 3. Up the middle, base hit. So Everett starts things in the 9th inning for the Mets with a single up the middle. 14,705 still on hand watching the action. Looking at big Frank Howard saying something to that runner at first base, like, don't get doubled up. Make sure they don't pick you off. Jeff Kent, who had the solo home run in the 7th inning, up there now with a runner at first. Nobody out last half of the 9th inning. Kent bounced to short to third, then hit the home run number 14. That came in the 7th inning. Curveball missed big. Strike 1. Giants batting 8th inning, trailing Montreal 3-2. Phillies batting 7th inning. They're all even. LA 4, Phillies 4. They're playing that game at Philadelphia Veterans Stadium. And right here, the Padres lead 4-2. Last of the 9th inning. Runner at first base and nobody out. Dallas Green, veteran manager. Well, he's done it all. Popped up and back and out of play. Dallas Green at one time was the farm director for the Phillies. Went on to manage the ball club, took them to the first World Championship they've had. That was in 1980. Moved over to the Cubs as their chief executive officer in charge of everything. Then came over to the Yankees as a manager. Didn't work. Over here to the Mets. He's been around, but he knows baseball. Veteran of many wars. Former pitcher when he played. Got him right down the middle. Wow. I mean, that was how can you take that one right down the center of the plate, and he walks away. Looking for something else. Strike 3. Watch this. Dead center. Whew. One out. Here's Rico Bronya. Ball 1 outside to Bronya. Bronya in the ball game has bounced to third, flied to center, doubled to right, and scored ahead of the single of Bill Spires. Here's the 1-0 delivery. 2 balls, no strikes. Outfield to the left side, infield tight, double play depth. The wind is blowing rather hard, as you can see. And the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. It's been a beautiful, clear day here in New York, and it's surprising to see the wind crank up the way it is. Little black flag under the American flag. Shot right center field. If it gets through, Gwynn cuts it off, and holding at first base is Bronya. Over to third base goes Carl Everett. And just like that, the tying runs are on. Archie Sinfranco at first base. He took over for Scott Livingstone. For a minute, it looked as though it might get through, but Tony cut down the distance between the ball and that wall. and hold Bronya to a long single. So he is a tying run at first base, one away. Hoffman gave up a single to Everett, now a single to Bronya. And the batter stepping in is Ryan Thompson. Let's pause for 5 seconds for station identification on the KFMB TV8 Sports Network.
You're watching Padres baseball on KTTY Channel 69 San Diego.
Running for Bronya is Tim Bogar. He's on at first base representing the tying run. So Bronya is out of the ball game. Bogar in, faster man at first base. He represents the tying run. Bogar, an infielder. Big swing and a miss, strike one. So Ryan Thompson, who was 0 for 3, flied to right field twice and bounced to third, went after a bad pitch. Cranking up in the bullpen for New York, the veteran relief pitcher John Franco, just in case. Here's the one-strike delivery. Runners at first and third. Oh, the ball gets by Osmus. Here comes a run in down to second base. Goes a tying run on a wild pitch. Wow. 4-3 is the ball game right now. That ball just in the dirt, scooted under the glove of Osmus. Kicked off his leg and went over to the other side, and no chance to stop it. The one-run game down to second base with a tying run, Tim Bogar. Well, it's never easy, as manager Bruce Bochy said. Nothing comes easy. Here's a 1-1 pitch. A ball and 2 strikes, and Ryan Thompson is the kind of guy you like up there in the spotlight, because don't make a mistake, because he can hurt you, but basically you can nail him. Behind Thompson is Bill Spires, who got the base hit to left field to bring in the second run in the 7th inning. Well, something's going on. Oh, I see a little piece of paper. Bob Davidson, the plate umpire, goes out and gets it. Sometimes those things, they don't seem like much, but they're distractions. You see it move as the ball's coming toward you, and it distracts your attention here. 4-3 game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch that's worked for Trevor Hoffman against this right-hand hitting Ryan Thompson's a breaking ball, but one of them went under the glove of Brad Osmus, and a run came in from third. Tying run went to second. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Base hit left field. I don't think you're going to bring him in. They're going to bring him in. Yeah, here he comes. The throw by Bip Roberts is not in time. And down to second base with a winning run goes Ryan Thompson. It's all even at 4. Comes flying around from second base. The throw's not bad, but he doesn't slide, and the ball sails right through Osmus. And when that happens, down to second base with a winning run is Ryan Thompson. And coming on right now is Bill Spires. They got to put him on. There'll be a throwing error by Bip Roberts. 4-4 ball game, bottom of the 9th inning, and the Mets with a base hit here could take it away. So Spires will get the intentional walk, and Kelly Stennett will be the man to try to win it for the New York Mets. Wow, what a ball game. Frustrating for San Diego. Looked like they had it in their hip pocket, and suddenly here come the Mets to tie it. Doug Bachler throwing in the bullpen right now as Trevor Hoffman having some problems. Single by Everett. A strikeout of Jeff Kent. Single by Bronya. Wild pitch. Got Everett in. Single by Ryan Thompson. That brought Bogar in running for Bronya. And let's take a little commercial break as Doug Bachler's coming in. And when was the last time you saw this happen? Trevor Hoffman leave the ballgame. We'll be back right after this.
What do Schlotzsky's mean to me?
There you are.
I'm a sandwich kind of guy.
I'm hungry. Big, round, and fluffy.
That is a bun.
I think it's pretty. A work of art.
Schlotzsky's seriously the right size.
From its idealized engineering to its sculpted aerodynamics, Celica has been designed to be as beautiful to drive as it is to look at. The 1995 Toyota Celica, including the all-new convertible. What else would you expect from a company that approaches manufacturing as an art?
Oh, she's got to notice me when she comes by. I mean, look at me. What's not to notice? I'm here. I tell you, if you want to feel good, you got to look good. And if I'm going to run good, I got to feel good. Look at me. I'm designed for a high-octane gas. I love it. That's what I need, this Chevron Supreme with Tech Run. I mean, it makes me run like a champ. It's all good stuff. I mean, it's mind-boggling.
No premium outperforms new Chevron Supreme with Tech Run. Chevron, simply smarter.
I mean, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I feel stupendous.
I thought I told you to never, ever come around here again. Now get out!
We don't fry our food at Schlotzsky's Deli, and we never will. Schlotzsky's, funny name, serious sandwich.
A wild finish now as Kelly Stennett comes in to face Doug Bockler, who replaces Trevor Hoffman, who simply didn't have it tonight. In the third of an inning, he gave up 3 hits, 2 runs so far. Walked 1, struck out 1. If another run comes in, Trevor Hoffman will get hung with a loss. So right now it's all even at 4. Doug Bockler going after Kelly Stennett, the catcher. Fastball got the corner, strike 1. And I'll say one thing about Bockler. When he's right, he is very, very tough to handle. The one flaw might be that he gets a little bit erratic. John Franco continued to throw in the Mets bullpen. No balls, 1 strike, 1 down. 4-4 ball game, last of the 9th inning. Runners at first and second. Tie-breaking run, the winning run, Ryan Thompson at second base. Well, the fans yelling for an error. I mean, for a balk, but obviously not a balk. Of course, Bob Davison is an umpire who will call a balk a lot. The 1-strike pitch. Strike 2. He's just blowing the ball right by Kelly Stennett. Don't have much on the bench here. Chris Jones will be the next batter. He'll be hitting following Kelly Stennett. Jones was a guy, we'll talk about him when he comes up, if he gets up, unless it's a double play ball. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Just off the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just missed, very close. So Bockler blowing the ball, and there's John Franco warming up in the Met bullpen if this game goes into the 10th inning. 4-4 ball game. A ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out. Stennett had no chance against Bockler. Two down. Here comes Chris Jones. Quite a story. Jones the other day hit a ball that was a home run as we watched the strikeout. And Jones on that ball hit the foul pole, but they didn't give him a home run, and that would have been the tying run at the time. Dodgers lead the Phillies 6-4. They're batting in the 8th inning. Giants lead Montreal 5-3 in the 8th inning. Padres right now are in a death struggle. They're even at 4. Winning run at second base, 2 out. And Chris Jones comes on to hit. Jones steps in there, batting average .272 as a pinch hitter, 7 for 20, 3 homers, 9 RBIs. He's been a tough hitter. At second base with a winning run, Ryan Thompson. 4-4 ball game. Got the corner, strike 1. Last half of the 9th inning. Mets have countered with 2 runs to tie it up at 4. At second base, Thompson. At first base, Spires. Attempted pickoff. Not in time. Doug Bachler in relief of Trevor Hoffman. Here's the 1-strike pitch. On the right side, base hit. Here comes Thompson. Here comes a throw, no good. The Mets win it 5-4. A dramatic finish for the New York Mets as Chris Jones rips one to right field. That brought in Thompson from second base. And in the bottom of the 9th inning, the Mets score 3 to win it. The final score, New York 5, San Diego 4.
From its idealized engineering to its sculpted aerodynamics, Celica has been designed to be as beautiful to drive as it is to look at. The 1995 Toyota Celica, including the all-new convertible. What else would you expect from a company that approaches manufacturing as an art?
Well, we're back here, and what a finish that is for the New York.